Welcome to the Sice Room with DMV culture, hip hop, and politics collide. I'm your host, Trey Five, and tonight we're talking about Druski's impact on DC when he came to visit. We're talking about allegations involving one of our area's biggest radio personalities, Big Tigger. We're going to talk about the Mount Rushmore of Go-Go lead talkers. Also, we're going to discuss about this lawsuit the UFC getting hit with for Freedom 250 and how they about to come shut the city down and how y'all feel about that. Last but not least, we're going to talk about one of the most controversial self-defense trials we done had in America, Karmelo Anthony trial. It's the Sice Room. Y'all already know we got the greatest panel in the nation, greatest chat in the world. Appreciate y'all for coming each and every Tuesday night. Voila. All right, up first, Druski in DC, man. Druski continues to be one of the biggest comedians and content creators in the world right now, but he visits DC. They say he's from Columbia, Maryland, and a lot of people got mixed reactions about it. Some people say Could Have Been Records movement is one of the most creative entertainment concepts we've seen in a long time. Others feel like the hype doesn't always match the experience. A lot of people felt like they had a bad experience. They was out there in the heat. They didn't get to see him. They came and said they didn't want no comedians or internet trolls. So a lot of people got mixed reactions about the Druski and DC visit with Could Have Been Records. I want to know, how do y'all feel about Druski coming to DC?
Man, when I saw the clips, I was just thinking it was real crazy. I was just shocked, honestly, to see how many people was down there. And I know, like, obviously, Could Have Been Records is not a real record label. I think it's just like some entertainment shit that they're most of the time. So, I mean, I do think it's impactful anytime that you could bring all those people out to see you. You know, I feel bad that everybody didn't get to see him. I think that that's just the game and how we go. You're not gonna always be able to meet these people or see these people. I think that's just the name of the game. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised at the crowds or anything like that. I mean, they just made his content more popping, in my opinion. So that's my take.
Hey, so I, as a fellow influencer, did consider going down there mostly for the line. The line is where I knew the fun was going to happen. I don't really know what. No one has said anything about what happened inside, so I haven't got that take yet. And I really would like to get that take of somebody who went in and what happened. Like, what was they talking about? What was it given? Like, I'm sure they probably had to sign some stuff, so that's probably why didn't nobody say nothing. But I knew that most of the excitement was going to come from in the line. Now, what I didn't know until like maybe after Sunday was that he had said no comedians and no trolls, and that's fucked up because like it's a lot of comedians in the city. It's a lot of other people too, but the comedians are like the ones that like we know the most or we interact with, we see the most, especially if you follow like a lot of DC and DMV pages. So I just felt like that was kind of messed up, which is why I know the guy Nardo, he was talking shit about it, like, why would we go there? He don't even want real people to be there doing shit. He just want people to kind of go and make a fool. And there was and Goofy said something that sounded of that same nature. I think Davey said something like that. But I didn't, and it's interesting because in a lot of the footage that I've seen from different outlets from different people, I didn't see any of the more known names of people that we know. Maybe some few up and coming people that are like just coming out, but I didn't see a lot of those people that we know for DMV DC content. I didn't see a lot of them, so I think that's really, it just shows you like maybe a little bit more of when people are, I'm not gonna say like, I'm not gonna say real about their craft or they take their craft seriously, because I'm not saying that anybody in that line does not take their craft seriously. I'm sure that they do, but there's just you get to a certain level and you know that maybe all publicity isn't good publicity, but when there's no publicity, obviously something is better than nothing. And I just think that that is the difference between the persons who were in the line and wanting to go out there and be out there. And again, I think the line was really fun. From everything that I saw, the line looked like is where it was at. Somebody should have been out there recording the line. And I'm sure it's like that in every city for all these types of shows. Like the line is where you're gonna get all the action. And I think that if you were out there, that you know what I'm saying, you probably were out there with the intent to get in. I feel like a lot of people didn't get in. But it would have been a great space for all of the people in the city who are working on any type of content, creative options, to meet them each other. It was like a big powwow. That's my take.
Wait,
Well, I feel like it reminded me of the same thing that happened when Say Cheese came here. It's like, okay, nobody can control the weather, whether it's gonna be hot or cold. It's summertime, and also as many people that came and that didn't get seen, and people being mad about the no rappers, no comedians. Where the fuck is all these people that when it come to collaborations? Because I don't know half them up. I mean, just the line. I couldn't see the whole line, but the fact that it was that many people in the line, whether they was rappers, comedians, or with any type of entertainers that's online or whatever, I mean, I wasn't even there, but I do my own YouTube shit. But you get what I'm saying? Like, where the hell was all these people? And that's why we can't do nothing now. Ain't nobody collabing. I mean, that's good. Everybody came out for Druski. I was tired. I wasn't about to do that. I mean, but that's something that I would do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not against that type of shit. But it's like people always got something to say. I mean, at least he came here. Damn if he do, damn if he don't like shit. So that's my take.
Yeah. First, I want to say, Drewski is that dude, man. He is probably a once in a lifetime entertainer, and hopefully, he don't have no scandals in the next couple of years, and he gets in movies. I wish the best for that guy. Now, when it comes to the, not having comedians or professional people like that. What I think the nature of Could Have Been Records little talent show, or whatever you want to call it, is what's been happening since I say social media started blowing up. The thing is, man, us regular folk can get on the news and say, ain't nobody got time for that. And that person can now start a platform. All of these, people with these oddities and, just regular people are, getting platforms to where, if you have like no hands, you're going to get 15 million followers on Instagram. And I think he wanted to literally like just, not have the professional people to come up there to take the shine away from the common folk that's probably can't get a leg up. And I see it in these episodes which I watch. And I think he invites them in, and they probably, before they get on, hey, do what you want to do. You probably got 2 minutes or you probably got 5 minutes, but he's given a chance to all of these smaller content creators. I mean, I didn't even know about it. I'm sorry. But and well, it's not for me. That's not for me. So I wouldn't have went, but I can understand why someone will want to go down there and get in that line and stand in that heat, man. When it comes to us, like Wink said, it's a damn shame that this man, I don't know where Drewski is from, but he's not from here. And he comes here, and our camaraderie does not show that. If those same people who are trying to look for a break from Drewski, who are on a, low level. Just imagine what we can do if we can all come together and start a content creator house in DC. Put all of our money together and start a content creator house in DC, because that's what they do in Atlanta, LA, Florida. They do it, but we can never crack the code of working together. And I'm with Wink on that. And I think once we do that, no one will be able to stop us. But shout out to Drewski and shout out to whoever got in there. And I hope they get some type of traction and go off and do great things. That's it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, when I first seen it, I thought it was a good opportunity for the content creators here to get opportunity, to get on a larger platform to get more exposure for themselves. So, bring more light to what they got going on. I didn't know that he had a clause for no comedians and no artists or no trolls. I didn't hear about that, but even still, I forgot who said it, but it was still an opportunity, like you said, for everybody to come together and network. Even with them getting on there, a lot of people that I did see say something about why they didn't want to go. They was talking about how Druski just want to bid on people, and that's kind of the point. That's what I felt
That's
like. I felt like that's what we do here. You know what I'm saying? So even if they felt like it's just opportunity for him to just make jokes on them, okay, bid back. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. It's comedy. Y'all supposed to be comedians, so if that's the point, you know what I'm saying, make the most out of it. But I didn't know he had a clause, but um yeah, I don't know what happened as far as why they didn't get to see him. I did see when he was getting out the truck, they kind of rushed him, and security had to control the crowd. I don't know what happened after that, but ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? He was able to pull it off in Baltimore. I don't know what happened here. You know what I'm saying? But it was. I felt like it was a good opportunity for everybody, whether you was known or not. If you got a chance, well, given they didn't, if they did have the chance, it was an opportunity for them to get some light. And realistically, everybody in that line is not going to be on TV, and that's just obvious. But that's it. That's my take.
You got me like
Yeah, my take is that like Drewski, that stuff is always entertainment for sure. Like it's just understood that some people be getting into their feelings of like they couldn't get in there or it was too hot, the line was long or whatever the case may be. But like if you're a fan of Drewski, you already know how them things go. He just pop up for like possibly like an hour or two, probably not even that long. He just leave. He just there for the content. Um, But it was real good in my opinion though. Like you said, if once everybody got out there, what I'm saying, that needed, some type of shine though. I didn't know that it had them flaws either, but that was a good idea also. Cause like you said, like it's a lot of people out here who want an opportunity of some of sort like that that probably don't even have a platform yet. I see it for those reasons also. Like Drewski and that could have been record stuff. I've been following it for like at least a hot year or two now. It don't seem like he really looking for some real talent. He just want to, put on some entertainment out there. So there's no telling what we really going to see when he put the final straw on that episode or, what I'm saying, whatever they really show. I seen a couple people that was definitely like in the line or showing behind the scenes and stuff. Some people even got turned around just because they was there just to say like I really be on Instagram or I got X amount of followers and stuff like that. It just wasn't their opportunity or their time that day. But like I said, my take, it was a good idea for Drewski. Good thing he did come to the DMV or just to DC itself because he went to Baltimore at first, and I don't know how that went. Really, I mean, you seen the show, but it seemed like it wasn't really that good. So I like the fact that he definitely came somewhere closer, and now we could see it, and everybody else could see like what DC really hit on. That's my take.
So my take on that, I mean, I think it's a good look on the city, but not only that, I feel like if you down there as content creators, y'all should be like networking, but it shouldn't even just take him to come down here for people to come together and try to network. I say this should be like done on a regular day basis, like at the same time. Everybody trying to do content, but at the end of the day, if we all stick together and be around each other, you never know what can happen. We stronger together than separate, but I think like he brought everybody together, but at the same time, it should just be more than just a celebrity coming down and people coming together. Nah, it should be like that every day. We should find out who the next content creator. But it starts with them. But that was a good opportunity for the people that like how folks said they didn't get the best opportunity. I mean, people that don't get the opportunity to get out there, they went down there and whatever they did, they did. And if they get in, they they got in. But at the same time, it's like use all the resources and just be smart. and just, take it all in and just go up. After you get that one video, go up right after that. So that's just my take on that.
What you got? Druski and DC.
Um, I feel like that was your man. I don't know, bro. It's a, it could be used as an opportunity for people to gain exposure to whatever it is they're doing. But from my take on it and what I wasn't there, but just from what I heard, um, and I seen some clips on social media.
He was born in Columbia, Maryland, Dutch.
Who, Druski? Oh, I didn't know that.
You muted.
Not the DMV. It's like, nah, I ain't gonna get started.
I mean, you know, you muted, Dutch.
So did he get any footage at all?
He from Maryland?
Uh,
I didn't know this nigga was from Maryland.
Born, I don't know if from I get tricky with some, but get tricky.
But I want to say this, man. I think we should focus more on what this opportunity created for content creators to network, and on top of that, the second part of that will be what I think everybody can agree on. We need to start doing this shit ourselves. We don't need no star power, like my man said. Make the next star.
Because
Atlanta
the
do this,
experience wasn't guaranteed.
huh?
Because the
No,
experience
no, no,
wasn't
no, no, no.
guaranteed.
Fuck the
So,
experience
Yeah,
of
but
getting in
it ain't that
there.
simple as to just make the next dog because everybody.
but that's why they went there.
No. Like my man said, that he gonna be there for like an hour. So whoever get in there, shout out to them. But use that opportunity to get your content, right? You and on that side, like you down there, if you ain't bang out 50 videos in the next week from just being down there and say like Marlon, he's an interviewer. If say Marlon was down that joint and he interviewing just people just waiting in the motherfucking heat, Marlon now has endless fucking content to put out that can
Fact,
help your brand. Now,
fact.
on the other side of that, we can see that it can be done. So we need to start. Like my suggestion, Casanat is doing the university shit where he young. It's an idea. Get a fucking house in the DMV DC. All motherfuckers pay that rent. If you have 30 motherfuckers of the top DMV motherfuckers who do this shit, and they rent a fucking apartment or a house or something, young, and they all pay that rent and do that shit themselves, man, bruh. I'm trying to tell you, man. Desi, all of them motherfuckers do that shit. They work together. We
You talking
don't
about
We're
work.
just
an
using a
area
key
where everybody
word
too
about
big.
something that people don't do, and that's
We
work
don't do that
together.
we don't do that in DC
So,
or the DMV. I'm gonna keep it
yeah,
real. We
that's the
don't
key
fucking
word, work
support each other.
together.
Everywhere else supports their own, and that's how they get up.
That's what I'm saying. We coming from an area where everybody too big. Niggas gonna be like, man, you gotta pay me to go in the house with them.
And that's and
Mhm.
so why complain about shit? Don't complain about it. Because if you thinking that that's how it is and that's how it's always gonna be, guess what? If motherfuckers thought, hey man, we slaves, so we just gonna be slaves. Fuck that. We will still be in slavery.
Here we go.
Sometime you gotta be like, fuck this shit. It ain't right. I hate
It's
people that be
structural
like,
analysis.
"Oh, that's how it always was." If that's how it always was, check it. In the 1800s, you can get away with. Matter of fact, it was normal fucking a 12-year-old when she come on her period, and you getting her pregnant and getting and having 80 million fucking babies and shit. But somebody said this shit ain't fucking right. And today we have laws to where you can't just fuck a little girl, man. It's called being a revolutionary, man. That's what the fuck it is. Ain't shit gonna change until somebody say the shit needs to change. And the more we say, well, you know how it is, the more it's gonna be how it is.
Right.
Mm.
So
Oh,
Trey, hey Trey, so what is the experience in a content house like?
You ask me or who?
you've
Trey,
been in a content creator house?
I know he been in one before.
Yeah, what give us some insight on that shit. Cause I assume it's
Uh,
when I look at it,
I've
it
I've been in one before, and the one
mm,
I went to was the joint that they had down Eastover. It was like a studio type of jump.
mhm.
And each room has a different theme. And I also been to one out Clinton as well. It's just like each room has like so one would be like uh a hotel theme. The next room would be
Not a
like
studio, a house.
yeah, and it's like yeah, and the house is broken down to different. Nah, but like so this one, the one like I said, the ones that I've been to is like each room they
thank
call
you.
content houses. Each room has a different thing basically. We can
And everybody in there has has to contribute. Like if you not making no videos up in there, they gonna hang on you. Be like, bro, you ain't posting like a fucking week. Fuck are you doing? Because somebody else can be up in this joint. And it's you know what I'm saying? Like if I run a
Nah,
content house and Trey, you ain't fucking putting out no fucking content and you
Nah,
just
that
here.
nah nah that nah that's not the type of joint that I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking
What
I know
I
about the
you
what I
talking
type
about
know is
that
a
studio.
content
I'm
house.
talking about the type that they actually live in.
Yeah.
And
Oh
it
oh
and
oh nah
and with
okay.
nah, Marcus, you right. They do have certain sections in that joint where they live stream, they do video, like this the video room, this the reels room, this that. But if you not utilizing that shit, then they gonna kick you the fuck out because
Yeah,
you're
I
not
don't know.
contributing.
Yeah,
That's
I
what the
don't
fuck
know
this
about that.
is.
The content houses that I know about, bro, like you gonna utilize it because you pay for your time to be in there.
Don, that's like you renting
Did you
out
say that?
studio space.
Did,
I did that when I did my interviews. I rented out a house up in Akankee, Maryland, and my man Carl, he had his big ass house, young, and what he did with his basement is did exactly what you described. He has a studio for rappers. He has like green screen shit for different themes and shit. Those are
yeah,
studio spaces that you can rent out. A content creator house is when you have all content creators, and they depicted it on Bel Air, the show where Hillary she had to go and live there. But that's what Casanat does. That's what all these motherfuckers do to where you live there and you got to make content because that's and the people who own it or whatever, they it's like a group that you have to have a contract with and all of that shit to put out content. And if you just sitting there and your viewers go down or you ain't doing what you
That
need to be doing, they're gonna kick you out of that junk.
that,
mhm.
I never heard of that shit. It shit sound like some rocket lawsuits and shit waiting to happen.
I think those types of
Same thing they do with the
situations,
baddies though.
they
But if you
usually
have the
come
house.
right
with like
people,
Stay in the
The right
house, you
contracts.
make
mindset,
content all
Hey,
that
day,
shit can
but
look.
rappers
happen,
ain't
man.
doing what they supposed to do.
Those type of situations usually come
He
with
talking about a whole
contracts.
Yeah,
bunch
they
of
come with
lawsuits.
And
You
when
contracts.
talking
when they
Like
have
about
the contract in
contracting and
place,
hoe.
yeah, Dream
the,
right. They
yeah,
they
the contract
have
in place puts it
and
Look,
specific. Like if it's
shit,
10
fun.
videos a week, if it's
yep,
15, if there's an
yep,
expectation of goals of what your reach should look like, your insight should look like. If there's live content that you guys are doing together, if there's like a group skit that you guys are working on, there's
yep,
usually like we're going to be collaborative because we want to help each other so
yep.
that your viewership can feed off of my viewership, but also for your own personal goal, they expect maybe it's 10 videos a week, maybe it's a couple of lives a week. Like they
Yeah.
will to keep people
It's
on
listen.
track, on focus. Those are the types of things that are put into place to make sure that everybody's contributing to the growth of content as a whole.
Yep.
Okay, so let's actually talk about that. Let's get to
I
that
like
because
that idea too.
all of this sounds good, right? But then let's say you are one of the top whatever percent you want to call them of the content creators that got a certain level of traction, right? And they might feel like I'm giving more than I'm receiving. You know what I'm saying?
What you
What
mean?
would you say to offer them? 'Cause I'm talking about really just egos. You know what I mean?
I get
So what
that,
would
but
you
I
say?
think that if you align yourself with the right people, like I'm not, I mean, if you feel like, and these are things that maybe whoever, maybe the person who starts this or the people who start these things, because it's usually a 1 or 2 person to
Hmm.
start, you have goals for what you want people to achieve, like brand ambassadorships. There are some companies, I know I've applied for like Fashion Nova a couple times, and they're like, oh, we want you to have like a 200 comments per
Yep.
post in order for us to even consider you, not even like a follower count, but they want engagement. These are
Right.
things, there's stipulations that you can put into place to say, hey, these are the qualifications that are necessary, and those are things that people do to get themselves into the right spaces. So if
Mhm.
I say I got, I'm just starting, I got 1,000 followers, I want to make 5,000 because I want to be able to say that I have that engagement and that movement in my insights, then that's my personal goal. And then when I come to someone else, like, hey, I have naturally gotten these 5,000 followers, I believe that with you we can make more, we can get
Yep.
more. I think that I can bring different, niche, and that's always why it's
Yeah,
great
but
to
but
collab
but
with
but
other
but,
people.
but let's say you got your 5,000. You talking to somebody that got like 40,000. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
we might not need to be having the same conversation.
See,
Yeah.
and it's levels to these joints to where if I'm a top motherfucker, I'm probably the person that does these contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're doing them for the like Casanat, he
Exactly.
signed with a group that put him in that content creator shit, right? So they seen what he was doing on YouTube and Twitch. They gave him a contract to where what Dream said, it entails all of that. You have to be on fucking live stream for 15 hours straight. You see what I'm saying? And that's how he grew his shit. Now, with the egos, I think
Ooh.
when it comes to the egos, it's just already understood that you're gonna have motherfuckers in there and they're doing their own thing as well. So I don't see how it can just overlap to the ego thing because it's like, all right, if I got 40,000 followers and I average this a week and you're coming in, nigga, you going to start probably on the bottom of the house on some regular shit and you're just going to have to move your way up. But I'm still going to be doing my videos. I'm still going to be putting out my content. So I think that's where the mindset should go if the DMV or whatever want to do one of those joints. But just like with everything else, the system can work. Like that Susu joint I told y'all about in 2020. I think the Susu work because they do it in Africa and a lot of celebrities do it with their family. But if you do not have the people to adhere to the rules of the system will break down all the time.
No rebuttals.
Nah, because it's like 6ix9ine say that there's facts.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the DMV, man. If they could get together and do this shit, it'll be amazing. It'll be
It will
something new
be
for sure.
Yeah,
amazing.
they're gonna
It'll be
go up.
something new.
So,
Cause we talented, yeah. And I hope Druski actually like I hope that is displayed on this episode. I'm like this. It's black or white. Ain't gonna be in the middle. It's either we gonna look stupid as fuck or we gonna look like some talented motherfuckers. Cause
yeah,
he
but
go
but 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 see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if people understand fully like how people outside of this area look at the people in this area. You know what I'm saying? Or look at us, I should say. You know
They
what I'm
don't
saying?
get us
They
type
don't
shit.
get no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Like they love it. They love what we got going on down here. It's just we don't have we don't have enough people on a larger scale to really show more of it. But from what we do have, people love it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
from
it's
now.
like,
Look at that. Look at the actors we
all right,
got,
let me
athletes
ask
we
you this,
got,
Marlon. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you
anybody that we
this.
got that's on at any level. You know what I'm
Let,
saying?
let me ask you this, Marlon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be funny as shit, but the principle is gonna be real. Are you saying that DC DMV are like we're equivalent to the chick that you like to fuck, but you don't want everybody else to see that because it's something that you like, but you think
Nah.
everybody else probably ain't gonna be into this. Which-
Nah. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
like
saying
shit, like if you like messing with like you know like ugly chicks and you like damn she pretty as shit to me, but you know what people probably
the
say
average Joe
about
gonna
this
be like,
woman.
hell nah, right? Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people here like for example, if you
We the
look at this,
ugly chick,
if you
bruh.
look, Dave Chappelle from here, Martin Lawrence from here, we got who else we
Yeah.
got? Who else we got?
Oh, we got a
I'm not
lot
about to
of
say try
people
to name everybody, but we got some top
Taraji P
motherfuckers that's out
Henson,
there. But we got a lot of
um
underdogs that's here that people don't know about. And what I'm saying is
Regina King, Regina Hall.
we got
Taraji.
yeah, Taraji. He said Taraji. But
Okay.
I'm saying though, like if like with that idea where everybody coming together, some shit like that, if motherfuckers did it the right way and really just showcased their talent, and it wasn't like on no bad girls club shit or like no
Yeah,
baddie shit, but like
yeah.
motherfuckers really went to a space like that with the intention we gonna collab, we gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put some ideas together because it is people out here like I seen Grammy put out a movie recently and he had some local content creators in his movie. So little stuff like that be going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's situations that go on where people do collab. So it ain't like it don't happen,
No, it
but
happens, but when
we
it
need more
happens,
of it.
it breaks down too. Like people,
People
like
that's from here gotta change their attitude about
it's the
working
egos,
together.
man.
Yeah.
Look at the rappers. Look at our rappers, man. It's we all scattered. Motherfuckers want like we only a 50-mile radius. If we talking about just DC, we should have like a dream team of rappers that put out an album by now where all of these niggas is just
Oh,
remember back in the day. I don't know if y'all could man, ATL used to have everybody on one fucking
Mhm.
oh yeah,
album,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Like
Now that'd be tough.
we not doing that shit.
They used to
We
have little
haven't done
mixtapes
that
like that
shit.
though back then.
Should be the
I was gonna say Rilla
DMV
days. That was the
takeover,
Rilla days.
DC takeover, something.
Yeah, they used to have little tapes like that back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Oh,
get to it one way. Yeah, I was cooking on that one, man. Well, speaking of public perception, let's move to somebody whose reputation is growing to somebody whose reputation is already solidified, but it's under major scrutiny. Big Tigger. Big Tigger is one of the most respected media personalities to come from here, but social media is buzzing after his wife Alicia Brown posted a video, which now deleted, saying that he abused or alleging abuse and infidelity. I want to know from y'all, in situations like this, do we as a culture move too fast when we see certain type of social media things like this, or are we sometimes get blinded by the popularity of certain people or where they come from and how endearing they may be, and we don't even believe the accusers of things like this?
How did I know I was gonna be first? So I didn't really read too much into it, but I have seen a lot of posts about it, and I just always think it's so interesting when how if you see so many questions. It's like if it happened like that, if it happened the way she said it happened, which we always know there's like three sides to the story, so it might not have went down exactly like that. Like, is it this can't be the first time? So then it's like, okay, so it got this far where now you felt like you had to come tell us. Now I don't know what you think we gonna do that you didn't do when you decided to post this on social media like this, but like then it becomes like, well, I have male friends, and I've heard females say really crazy things about my male friends that I just have a lot of faith in it. It didn't happen like that, And so then it makes me think, well, damn, these females really be lying sometimes. And it don't really necessarily have to do with domestic violence because that's neither here nor there. But females just lie. They lie. Sometimes they lie about rape. Anybody can lie about any of these things, actually. But like I've heard females like really just make up some stuff and then tell people, and it's like so wrong, so demeaning, so like making a person's reputation so bad. And it's like, but then it's like, did they even do that? And by the time, if he were to come out and be like, I never did that, they're gonna say he lying because she over there bleeding on the screen. Like, of course they're gonna say she lying. But it's like, well, sis, how long he been doing this to you that you bleeding on the screen? Because this not your first time. But like, I just can't imagine that this is he knocked you out for the very first time after y'all been married all these years, and all of a sudden you bleeding on the screen like this. If that's the case, you should. If it was the first time, you could have had it in you to just be like, you know what, fuck, it, I'm finna just leave. I'm finna go. But to have, if this not the first time, which means you've been going through this, and now today you decide to tell us because maybe you found out something, maybe you went through his phone, maybe you seen something. Anything could have happened. Or the other part is he could have did exactly what she said he did. That nigga ain't shit. He ain't gonna never be shit. You can't expect shit from him because niggas ain't shit sometimes. And that would suck too. But like, I don't know why when you date somebody, I think as a female, when you date somebody and people see the good in them all the time, or they are so happy, oh, he's such an icon, he's such a whatever, he's done so much of this, he's done that, he's such a known person, and you at home and they beating your ass like that, and they beating your ass like that, and that should be lifelong. And I just say this as a random throw in there. I went through some domestic violence shit a couple months ago, and my finger, I have to have finger surgery, random stuff. So it's like I don't want to take away from anybody's domestic violence experience. If it happened the way she said it happened, damn, that nigga ain't shit. If it didn't happen that way, and we gotta find out something else later, it's just gonna make me be like, I'm gonna feel like a nigga, like, damn, these hoes is really out here like really playing us, and it's like. That's fucked up because it's real people going through real nigga shit. Okay, that's my take.
Wink.
Shit, I agree with her like on uh I don't even know where to really go with it. Like I seen it, but ain't like super deep dive. Cause like she said, if he did that shit like that, it's like damn, that's some fucked up shit. But if not, damn bitch. So I don't know. Like that's my take. I want to see. I gotta see the info for this, but it's so. Are we too fast or is social media too fast? And did she delete that shit? So it's like the internet is forever. That's my take.
Man, look. We have characteristics and patterns of this, you know, when people are bullshitting. You know what I mean? We do. And if y'all just think, just really think, if a person just got their ass whooped and shit and all of that, y'all gotta think what this lady did to she sets up a camera, right? She sets up this camera and then she gets into it. All of that, right? Like you're literally doing that before you think to, you know, I have known women. My mother was one. Look, man, when you're going through some traumatic, real shit like that, the last thing you're thinking about is showing that shit. You see what I'm saying? The last thing you're thinking about is showing that shit. And on top of that, like I said, Tigger has been out here for years, and this is the first time we are hearing about it. And if this is the first time that he did it to you, you definitely wouldn't have been, just recording your whole reaction to the shit and all of this. So, man, it's somebody called Brian Banks, man. And I feel so sorry for this guy. I was supposed to interview him years ago, but he was taking a break from the media. But that man did 5 fucking years in prison over a woman that claimed that, she raped he raped her. And, when he got out, he got an audio recording of her basically saying I was bullshitting. And that's how he got exonerated, but you can't take back those years. I did a video a couple of weeks ago where the question was asked, should these accusers be should we have them like get up under a registry, like you register as a sex offender, because when they make these claims, and shout out to all of the women or men who actually go through it, and I do think this pulls away from their credibility when you're doing this shit. Like the basketball player, we just found out she was bullshitting. But if we can have something to where they register as an offender or a person who just lies about this shit, to where when they're doing an investigation, the investigator can now pull you up. But now they can be anonymous. You can just say a nigga did some shit, and then you're found that you're lying, and you could just go along with your life. But this man's life is fucked up. The three things I do not ever, ever, ever want to get accused of is rape, child molestation, or beating a woman. Because even if I go to trial and I'm acquitted, that stigma is still on me, because people don't remember the acquittal. People don't remember when you got found not guilty or innocent of some shit. They remember you being accused of this. And that follows you forever. Because guess what? Even when they acquit you, motherfuckers in the back of their head like, what if they got it wrong? I don't even want to be in that position. So if this lady is bullshitting, and I hope she's not, but if she is, she's a fucked up, evil individual to set up that camera and just do this shit. Look, Tigger, I knew him all my life. He got some questionable, sexual shit going on, but that's his life. If that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do. But if you're lying on that man about hitting you, you something should happen to you. That's all I got.
Yeah, I was gonna say like normalize calling the police or somebody whooping your ass instead of going to social media. I think it's real weird to even do that, like knowing like the type of um knowing how the type of a type of allegation like that could have an impact on somebody, especially if it turns out to be not true. Like, I mean, while y'all was talking or whatever, I was like going through my phone trying to see like how the pictures look and all that. To me, that could be some makeup. That could be a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's real or if it's not. I don't know. I think these days being the age of social media and like once you put some information like that out there on somebody, like it's over for them. It's done. It don't matter if you did it or didn't do it. Like that shit is gonna like follow you forever and ever. So, I just think that if something like that is going on in your personal space, and if it's getting to a point where it's getting severely abusive, right? They going to the police is like what you should do instead of trying to get sympathy from people on the internet that you don't even know. So that's my take.
Yeah, my take is that we love Big Tigger. He a great personality host or DJ, whatever he do, and it's surprising that this is like my first time also hearing something about him. Um, and I could say that we definitely move too fast with the social media, only because like this is the first time hearing from her side of the story, about it, and she put it on social media first and deleted whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's very shocking and surprising. Um, and if he did do it, like yeah, we like she said, we gotta normalize this, calling the police first, because that's the only people that can really do something other than social media. Social media could always just deep dive and try to figure out this and that, probably even pick up some phone conversations. But at the same time, the only people that can really do something is the law. And she should have went to the law first, in my opinion. But it's real tragic. I hope Big Tigger didn't really do that shit type shit either. That's my take.
Um, my take, because I don't really know too much about. I don't have too much facts about the situation, but I'm gonna give both perspectives. So, if he did do it, he's a wild dude. You know what I'm saying? And he, he wrong. But given it could be circumstance, but whatever is wrong and hit a woman. We're not about to try to make that make sense. If he didn't do it, getting back to her, she did as wrong because, like, going back to what Dutch said, if somebody puts their hands on you, like in the domestic violence situation, like your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whatever. Me personally, I feel like if you run to the internet before doing something that's really going to bring a solution to, or a solution, you want attention. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you put it, because you got to go to your phone, you got to unlock, you got to go to the app, you got to set, do all that, and then you got to go through with what you're saying and all of that. Whether it's true or not, you want attention. But yeah, if he did do it, he wild. If he did do it, she did wrong. And they do need to have something. I mean, I know they keep it in the records, so if she was to come up in another case, they're gonna see that she was in another case before, and they'll be able to see the information if they pull it up. So they do have that, but um, yeah, and as far as like just the average Joe like us that watch the news that hear about this stuff, you know what I'm saying? We can pay attention to it or if we want or listen to it, whatever. But at the end of the day, like we ain't gonna do nothing but talk about it. So we ain't really helping the situation at all, other than running our mouth and just bringing more attention to it. So in reality, to anybody, if that happened to you, do something in real life. Don't come to the internet because we is not going to save you. All that's going to do, if anything, is expose that person, and of course, him being a celebrity, it's going to kind of tarnish his career or whatever he got going on. It might cost him some endorsements or sponsors and stuff like that. Might lose out on some opportunities because that's a bad rap to have on your name. That's the only real thing she would get out of trying to mess up his money. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just I say really do something about it. But that's my take.
That was a little rough on this one.
Yeah, I don't want to say I don't want to go too hard on him because I don't know if it's true. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, I heard about it for the first time today. But if he did do it, you know what I'm saying, he did as wrong. But we don't know if he really did it because that's always a go. That's always a go to when it comes to celebrities. It's either domestic violence or something with a child or rape or something along these lines every time when it comes to a celebrity. So we can't just jump the gun and just believe it because it's always the same thing. I'm not saying it's not true because it's always the same thing, but I wouldn't just go and say it's the truth. You know what I mean? Because you never know.
I want to refer you guys, and if you haven't seen it, the Michael Jackson verdict joint on Netflix. Um, it's a great documentary, but a fucked up documentary as well, because we just got this movie of Mike seeing him in a great light and all of this, and I've always been a proponent of Mike didn't do that shit. But if you watch this video, I mean this documentary is put together in a way where it can really fucking have you questioning Mike if you were in my camp of he didn't do this shit. And public perception, man, can fuck people's minds up.
Yep.
And you want to look at your heroes and you want to look at your celebrities like beyond human, but they are human. And that's the little piece in the back of my mind. I always been on this side, but even before this documentary, it's still a little piece in the back of my mind that be like, what if Mike was fucking these kids? You know what I'm saying? And I hate being in that position on a motherfucker who like Mike is a fucking icon. And I love that guy. But man, just like Chameleon said when he met Michael Jordan, and I don't ever want to meet Michael Jordan because I've heard of him and I've heard of how he treats motherfuckers. Chameleon there just said he curried the shit out of him. And it's like when you meet your heroes, man, they disappoint you. But Big Tigger, like Rap City, I was there. Like I watched live Rap City episodes, man, when Wayne kissed Baby for the first time. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? And Tigger was like, I was there live watching that shit. And they ain't replay it. So, to think that this man is just did that to his wife, man, it puts the fan or the admirer in a fucked up position, man.
I want to
That's
buzz
why
in.
that's why when I do make it, I'm a great guy, you guys. I'm a
I
great
want to,
guy.
I want to budge in on that though, Dutch, because that's the problem for real, is that people idolize and look at celebrities as heroes and forget that these are regular people. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, 10 times out of 10, you run up on anybody you don't know, they're gonna look at you like you crazy.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you think they are, how you look at them, if they don't know you, they're gonna look at you like you
But
crazy.
that's the allure of our culture and the human culture. The thing is, we common folk, we go to work every day. We pay our bills. Some people live paycheck to paycheck. Social media is a gift and a curse, right? It's a gift in a way where we can express ourselves. People can connect with people in Iran. I remember when the first time I went on TikTok live, right? When I first got on TikTok, yeah, I'm talking to somebody in fucking Afghanistan. Like that could never happen when I was fucking 14, just
Right.
hitting the internet with AOL. You've got mail. That shit wasn't even like that. But the downside, the curse of this is we we fall into the human element of wanting to see something that's more than our lives. And when we see that, it brings us outside of our life. When I do every video I do since 2015, I try to like be relatable, but it's people out there over the last 10 years that seen me, and I'm a regular motherfucker. I remember one dude, he was like, "Is this Dutch? What the heck?" I'm like, "Nigga, I'm at work." But he watches my shit every day and he clings on to everything that I'm fucking saying. And it's like, I'm no one, bruh. So it felt weird. So just imagine me, okay, me who's nobody, feel weird. Imagine if you fucking Michael Jackson or Tigger and motherfuckers coming to you saying you changed my life. Wow,
Yeah.
bruh, like that's
Yeah.
some hard shit to think about.
That's facts. That's facts. Cause I had the same thing happen to me. I was at Georgetown Hospital, and one of the security guys walked up to me, and he was like, "You do interviews?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "I seen your joint with Ty." This when I did the joint with Ty. He was like,
Mhm.
"I seen your joint with Ty," and it was weird because it's like, I don't really know what to say. Like, I
It's
appreciate,
like,
you know what I'm saying? But it just caught me off guard because it was so random, you know what I'm saying? I seen him looking at me before he said something, but then when he brought it up, it was just like, you don't expect that to be the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Just catch you
yep,
off guard. It's like, oh
yep.
shit, niggas really saying my shit and, you know what I'm saying, recognize you. And it's like you said, like, we just look at it like we just regular motherfuckers. So when somebody do that, and I get it's different from them because they know who they are, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And look, when me and my brother, when he got out of prison, we went on a plane. Me and him got on a plane for the first time in 2017. And we go to Delta. So that's when my, Dutch Talk TV shit was up, right? So we don't know what to do though. Like we meet the manager guy. He was like, "All right, I'll take care of y'all, blah, blah, blah," right? So we in that joint and he's explaining, plane etiquette and all of this shit, right? So he goes over to the TSA chick, and then he comes back and he say, yeah, you on YouTube? I'm like, well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I hit him with the yeah. So he was like, yeah, the TSA chick. She say she watch you all the time. I was like, ooh, fucking me? You know what I'm saying? So it does catch you off guard. But I want to say something. Snoop Dogg did a video where he was in his hotel and he had the glasses on with the camera, right? It's quiet in his room. Nothing's there, right? And he said, "This is my life," in the caption. And he walks out. He see the bill person, blah blah blah. He comes out. Now it's all quiet and calm. And then when he opens the door to the front of the hotel, pandemonium. Just imagine going through that shit every day. And on top of that, your safety. You don't know if a motherfucker coming up out to shoot you or what. Man, young, being a celebrity,
that could be stressful.
being a celebrity, bruh, I hope when I do make it, because I'm gonna fucking make it. I'm gonna be up there, baby. I want to be somebody great. But I'm preparing myself for those moments, man. And I just hope I can, because we're from the hood, bro. Like when I went down south, up here, we don't talk to people that we don't know, right? Like we don't be like, hey, what's up, bro? It's a head nod, and that's about it, right? Man, when I went to college in the South, it's Southern hospitality. I'm just walking down the street, and they like, "Hey," I'm like, "Cause up here, if you tell me come in, I think you try and rob me."
Yeah, I'm not gonna trust you. You don't seem trustworthy.
So just imagine being that as a nigga that's on the come up, and you got all this fucking fame, and niggas just coming up to you saying they love you. Fuck you mean, bro?
That's crazy work. Well, speaking of something just like that, a whole lot of local fame. Might as well keep it right here in the area, and let's talk about something that actually belongs to us that people in our area have pandemonium over. Go-Go. And tonight we're gonna give a Mount Rushmore of our top lead talkers. Now, Chuck Brown is the Godfather. You already know that's undisputed. So I want to hear from y'all. When we talking about lead mics and Go-Go, who is y'all Mount Rushmore of lead talkers and Go-Go, and what band do they represent? Based off your experience, how you like the music, how you feel about it, what's y'all take? Wink? It's on you, Wink.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm gonna keep it simple and I'm gonna just go with Big G. He's just my favorite. I like his voice. I like how he say the little hood name to make up the little slogan. So that's my little take.
You got three others? Mount Rushmore.
Nope. I mean, I could just name niggas. I mean, that we was talking about earlier. Okay, cool, Polo. Um, uh, yeah, I'm gonna just go with those two for real, for real. I don't even be knowing the names like that. I just like the crank, so that's my take.
I chime into this. So
Yes, it's your go.
what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What it
What's
do?
up,
What
brother?
it do?
Great conversations,
Big
man.
Russ, Big Russ.
I'm gonna go with of course, we said the Godfather. You know what I'm saying? Big G. Don't you play with Sugar. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Bear, Ubop,
Yeah.
all the stuff, because we still gotta do that EU joint. And it's man, it's a lot of other people that I definitely like, but as far as that Mount Rushmore, I'm gonna just leave it at that to play it safe.
Yeah, I think Russ hit it on the point. The thing is about it's not individuals. It's really the bands that make what it is. I don't know too many names, and I'm not too much of a big go-go person, but I'm definitely gonna have to holler at the godfather of Go-Go, and that's Chuck Brown. I don't think we talking about Mount Rushmore. Like, he should be there where Lincoln Head at. You know what I'm saying? Big G, I believe Big G is my generation's Chuck Brown. Dude had transcended Go-Go. He was on The Wire. He did other roles, and I wish that he'd get back into it, man. I met him before my brother came home and shit, and at BK Miller, I was in that joint just getting some meats and shit, and me and my mother, and he standing right there. I'm like, "What's up, bruh?" And he talked to me like he know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm gonna solidify him on that Mount Rushmore. My favorite band is Backyard. Backyard is, man, so many fucking classics, so many fucking joints that I went to the Go-Go with no drawers on, with just sweatpants and shit, knowing I'm gonna get freaked by. Fuck all of that. You know what I'm saying? That shit was my shit. Lil Benny, he's the shit. Rare Essence, Junkyard Band, Sugar Bear. Nigga knows big as shit. But Sugar Bear is that guy. Look, man, I can go on and on. Shooters, I interviewed him. That's an honorable mention. He if Rushmore, if Mount Rushmore had, like, a little area for the little niggas, I'll put him there. He told me a lot about the history and culture of Go-Go in that interview that I didn't know, so I have to give it to him. But my top two, Big G and 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 the Godfather, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace.
Definitely have to say everybody that pretty much everybody just said before me. I can't say no more than that. And then, of course, like I was listening to more like the younger bands myself, and none of the names of the singers. I just know the bands. So like ABM and all them. Yeah, actually.
Ain't nobody else got nothing to say. That's crazy, man.
But I say you
Talk
don't
about
hear.
Go-Go. Who else in
Oh,
there?
you
But
can't
that's
you
it.
you
Like I
can't hear
don't,
him. You
I
might
don't
gotta
really
leave and
listen
come
to the
back.
Joe
You
like
can't
that.
hear
Yeah.
that.
But, like
You can't hear.
yeah, I do. Oh, you can't hear me? Hello.
No, we can hear you. He couldn't hear you. You keep
Oh,
going, brother.
my bad. It did like, I've been listening to Chuck Brown for years. Messing around with my folks and stuff before they passed and stuff. So I can't even really say too many other people other than them. Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, I would say for me, and I'm speaking for my generation. I'm not speaking for all time. I'm talking about who I was listening to for the most part. Of course, you're going. This not they're not in my let me not say it like that, but of course you got Big G and Chuck Brown. But for me, who I was listening to, Chris, Shooters, Rick, uh, who else I can throw in there? Because there's so many. Yeah, so many bands back then. You could just put Big G in there, just you know what I'm saying, because it's only right. But I would say yeah, Big G, Chris, Shooters, and Rick from Reaction. That's my four.
So is this who's our top four lead talkers? In the go-go bands, I definitely have to give it to, I mean, just all time. I definitely have to give it to Big G. I'm gonna have to give it to Lil Chris from TOB. I'm gonna have to give it to TJ from New Impressions. I think that's his name. And Polo from TCB. Yeah, that's my take.
Okay. We
Yeah,
got any
that's what
we
I'm
got
saying.
any
So
gripe?
many Mount Rushmore now.
Yeah, it's hard to choose. It
So
was
many.
hard to do that.
But for the most part, it
I
really
do
was
got a
like
gripe.
in my generation, it
I
was TLB
definitely
and
said,
ABM for the most part, like and TCB too. All them bands for real, but for the most part, like TLB and ABM had crazy runs. Like ABM was
Yeah,
beating them,
COB.
and TLB just that they bounced
Love him.
like man, want nobody man. And I felt
Incredible.
like Rick, honestly, like back then, even early on, I felt like Rick was the best at like just like really like in sync with calling out the hoods, making sure he get everybody out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like Rick was one of the
can
ones
we
that
can we can we give a shout out to the ladies who be on that mic though? Like
not sure.
they I don't know their names, but that
Man,
that
look,
I still
motherfucker,
listen
we
to that jump
definitely
when
miss
TLB was in the
Kim.
studio with
Miss
Ashley.
Miss
Nigga said,
Kim.
That jump.
nigga said, I don't know their
That
names.
that
Your
whole
brother
I
is
don't, but
married
I
Belladonna.
to him.
know. But when you hear it,
I
like
like
that's
that girl
the lady
Tabria that
song.
be at Essence Man.
What's
Nah,
up?
we got some
Uh,
vocalists.
Your
damn, I
brother
can't.
is
That's
married to
crazy. I
one.
can't think of Shorty name with
I don't know.
Back Alley. That's crazy. She
Oh
like that.
yeah, she is good.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
That's
her
what I
don't
was
know
name,
her
just talking
name.
about.
but not for sure.
Casey. Come on,
Who y'all
y'all.
think? Let's do bands though. Who top bands?
Man,
Mm.
All right, Mount
backyard,
Rushmore bands, man.
man, backyard, junkyard, TCB, and
If this
I will
was
have.
'92, it'd be Groovers.
Oh damn!
Took it back.
Northeast Groove. He
He
took
took
it
it back.
back.
Hmm.
He took it back. That's what I'm saying. For
It's
like
so hard.
for
So
their
many bands,
generation,
man.
like every
Woo!
generation got them ones for that
The
generation. But I
How
think
about
as time go
Groovers.
on or went on, it got better. Because I don't think none of them bands really messing with
Hey
like
young,
our band.
when Backyard came out with 2001, Backyard is gonna bring it to you once again. Hey young,
Like
my
True Expressions, All
shake
Jokes
it
God,
out, shake
Aside.
it out head, shake it out head. The
Oh, I
CD was
did
so
like
dope.
Raw Image. We
Yeah, that
had that
shit
That's
all
had
ages
bands,
DVD,
man.
man.
yeah,
man, tell me
Fucking
how
all
you
age go
felt.
go used to be
Go-Go.
no joke.
I'm
Tell me
telling you.
how you
Jesus
felt
Christ.
when you heard your hood getting fucking shouted out live at the fucking go-go, bro. You
Who's
just
what's the
waiting.
what's
You
the
just
guy that
like,
used
all
to
right.
talk for Raw Image? What's his name?
Oh, I forgot about Raw Image.
Six.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
saying
the
so many.
tall guy
I
with
know I
the
forgot about some.
dreads. Well, I don't know if he got dreads now, but I know he had dreads in the back.
And shout out to the dancers too.
Right.
Crazy
He
Yeah,
been
Legs is
doing
my
his videos. I
dude.
seen one
That
earlier. He
nigga
yeah.
dope
Shout
as
out,
shit
hell.
just
shout
be
out my boy Crazy Legs. Y'all make sure
this
y'all
nigga.
go tap into the
It's so
Church Eye
simple, but
Magic Cipher, man. I got
Oh
Crazy
yeah, he
it
do
Legs in
the
the
be.
beat your
cipher.
feet now, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
can never
in
beat
the
my feet.
cipher.
Feet is
But
Yeah.
how
always
about this?
beat.
What is y'all best? What is your one of y'all favorite venues?
I
Classics,
used to get
baby.
I was supposed to go to La Pearl when I
Classics.
turned 18.
I gotta go to the class. I was at the classics every fucking I think Sunday.
The
And
classics. I don't think I'm too young for that.
oh my
Mm.
god. I remember when I
I'm
came
not
out.
that young though, but I think I'm
Look,
too young for that.
I come out the club with my cup and shit, still with liquor
I'm
and
too
shit.
young for the black holes. I'm too
Hey,
young for all
the
that.
I
cop
got
was like,
traumatized by the
the
black
cop
hole.
was like, drop that liquor. I'm like, hold on, bro. I'm drinking. He said, drop that shit. I was like,
Hmm.
Yeah, I was in that La Pearl real bad in that
the hat
CFE.
shop.
I
Yeah.
was in that
The
damn
hat
Mad Chef.
shop was there for like a summer, and then they shut the shit down. A
That was
mad
my first.
chef,
That was my first experience. The hot shop.
hat
Imagine
shop.
if they
On,
still
on
had
Mile High.
go-go's though with
Oh,
Did y'all
D.
used to go to the Brian Manor? Any of
Was Brian
y'all?
in that?
Brian
Imagine.
Yeah,
Manor.
that was a death trap. Brian
Um,
Manor was a death
what's the
trap.
other Joan? Mad
Yeah, one
Chef.
way in, one way out.
Man, the ice box, man. This
Oh,
early
Club.
90s. Black hole, baby. I
mm-mm.
went to the black, my brother snuck me in. I was like 13, young. The black hole.
And
That
the Mad
shit,
Chef before it was La Pearl.
man. That mad chef was crazy.
Yeah, I
That
used
was
to be
before
in
the
that
La
Hey,
La
young,
Pearl.
they
Pearl.
need
I
to
ain't gonna
do
lie
it.
to you.
They need
Yeah, I
to
was
do
in
a
there.
documentary on
And that
everything that you're
CFE.
talking about.
But CFB,
Yeah, the
TCB,
CFE.
CFE, that was something different. That was a different experience.
I was in there. I ain't
I
gonna
want
lie
to
to
Polo
you.
ask y'all
and
a
I ain't
even
question
gonna
though.
lie.
right after Polo, that
I
shit was
want
a
to
different
ask y'all a
experience, man.
question though.
Gotta give both some love.
I want to ask y'all a
Yeah,
question.
he was good. Yeah, he's good.
You gotta
To
give
all
both
the
some love.
people and bands
But
that
I
we
do miss Polo,
name,
boy.
to all the people that and bands that we name, like how did these motherfuckers make a living?
They probably got jobs.
They
So
they get booked.
it's safe to
They get
say that
paid to play.
Go-Go, because them clubs wasn't paying. You got
They
Ah,
was
nine
really getting paid
motherfuckers.
to play, bro.
You got nine
he said
motherfuckers
they
in
weren't
the
making that
band
much.
though, young.
Hey,
Like how
look,
They
much
had
check
to
you
be
think
working
they
on the
check
was
side
this
of
getting
the
out
doing
though.
go-go.
paid?
Listen to this,
Nah,
right?
I feel like niggas was in
Now,
the streets hustling.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they
I'm old.
were.
I feel like I'm old, right? Because like I don't know if where y'all was at in '98, but because of where I'm from and shit like that, UCB what they run with
He
that
said
neighborhood
98.
life, that was something,
Neighborhood
right?
life, Jesus
So
Christ.
I'm fucking around like one
Oh yeah,
I
you
was
must
playing
be.
rigs. I was playing around rigs with these guys. Know what I'm saying? Some of them is like family, right? Some of them family. So to know that they are a traveling band, because even when I was down A&T for the little 2 semesters I was down there, back came
Mhm.
down there and was performing. When I holler at my peoples, they could be traveling all anywhere and they
Right.
performing. So
You're
it's
right.
just a matter of
Right.
you gotta think these are artists, and if they on their grind, they gonna learn how to. Cause we just seen them people got some publishing joint with that Lizzo situation. So
Yeah,
depending on how
Shout
these
out to them
artists
too.
are positioning themselves and to still be around, I'm sure they figure out a
Nah,
way.
you're right,
but
bro.
but
You're
I
right
would still,
because
but I would
and
still
they
push back. Oh, go ahead.
frequently went down south. Down south love go go, and
Yeah, but it's still we
A
gotta be
lot of people from here
realistic
moved
though,
down there.
because even if they traveling and doing all of that, think about it. Traveling costs money. How many people in the band? Who they gotta split the money with? And how all of that comes into place. In my
Sound
opinion,
is very
I feel
important.
that's
yeah,
true.
I don't think that, they just, it's just bringing in all this money. Think about it. I remember when I used to go to the go-go, dudes used to get charged for having on tennis shoes or having on a certain type of hat
Hmm.
or whatever. Like they charge astronomical prices at the door. So I know it can't be that you can't be making that much money.
Right.
If I mean, I don't know. They may be,
I guess
they
Nah,
may
it's
but
be.
but
I
like
ain't
but
gonna say
but
they
but
not, but they
that could be a situation where they didn't already gave the band their money and they try to make their money back. You know what I'm saying? They
hmm
could. So
Right,
they
that's
but
could
band
still
life.
splitting that shit
People get
nine
booked.
but they
nine ways is crazy.
yeah.
Like,
I
I've
done booked
always
And then,
bands,
and
bro.
then if
You
they
and
pay
getting
who
them
them,
a
was the
they and
fee, and
they
then
dude?
not getting back
they
end,
give
they
some
not
off the
getting money
door.
off the bar.
right.
They may get something off the door.
Some bands do. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, it
I
all
Yeah,
said
but
they
depends
may.
on
I
what
Sometimes
don't
you
you
know.
do.
to
negotiate.
sustain yourself
That's
and
what you
Because
pay
how
your
do.
many go-go's
bills,
is even happening in DC now? So is Merlin paying go-go bands? Because they
ain't
don't
no.
even have them in the city
Promoters.
like that.
They don't have them in Look, every joint
Now I
got
went to
shut
a jump. They
down.
wanted like $40, $50 at the door.
I don't know. I'm
They
always
That's
want a
seeing
all
lot
of
of
them
stuff from
now.
money for
bands playing.
go-go, man.
That's all of them now.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I
When
understand though. I'm glad
all right,
people still support it.
when was the last band created? Because they popped up every year in the early 2000s.
Hmm
When was the last band made? Because we got into hip hop, everybody wanted to be
Nah,
a
it's bands
rapper.
being made. They just
Yeah, bands
you
being
don't know
made.
about them.
Yeah, this generation ain't
They under
fucking
the
with go-go.
radar.
Like
My
I
man
think the
Crow
millennial
came here.
generation probably was the last generation to fuck with
Yeah,
go-go.
yeah.
Somewhat new.
Yeah, I think Gen Z and up, they not gonna fuck with go-go
Then
like the
you got
way the
people
millennials
recreating
did.
bands. I mean, like people coming from
But
bands and creating their own bands.
I just don't
yeah,
want the art
and then they
form
going into
to.
different genres. There you go. Talk about the art form because that's what's happening. That's what's changing too.
Yeah,
Like it's
because
getting into more of
young,
a
young
different sound.
in 2009, 10, that's when niggas in our area started moving towards being in hip hop. You know, in the early 2000s, I mean, it was a band every fucking week, right? Now, once Shy Glizzy, Fat Trail, Wale, and then we seen Wale
hmm
go where he went. Everybody, when I got in the rap game in 2011, every nigga wanted to rap. Every nigga wanted to be on Maybach Music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 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 gone. I don't want it to disappear. I still want the art form to that the percussions, the call and response, like you know, New Jersey house music got it. Um New Orleans always had it with the bounce shit. It's just a different form. I think New Orleans got the closest to what go-go is because they got call and response. You know what I'm saying? They call out their hoods and all of that shit. And I would love to see a
Roll
New
up.
Orleans and go-go collab to
I
make
think the
That's
New
a good
Orleans bounced too
idea.
fast.
That's
I
a
That
good
shit
think
is,
I
idea.
think we
but
can
go-go
do
used to
it
be real
though.
fast.
I
So
But
think
you
we
know,
can
I've
do it.
seen some joints recently, right? Where it was young dudes hitting them pockets. I don't know if they was in what's that joint down there, Sycamore Oaks. I don't know where it was, but these was young folks. So
Mhm.
it's not like it's a lost art form. You
I
know,
hope
Nah.
not.
you gotta think just like we grew up. They grew up off of whatever their parents was playing, and
Yeah.
so it's the same thing. It's just I know for me, I'm older. I'm not in tune. I don't even know the local artists as far as rap.
Hey
So
Russ,
I
how
definitely
old are
can't even
you,
talk
Russ?
about.
How
I'm
old?
40,
You
so I can't even
44?
speak on. I'm 40, so I
I'm
can't even
I'm
speak on.
42. So
So
therefore,
you already know. Like
yeah. Everything you
name some
talking,
local rappers, or some current
yeah.
rappers. So
I
that's
don't
just
think
how
it's
I
a low.
know. I got a caseload of young people. I asked a person one time. I said, "Who you listening to?" When he said some shit, it sounded like Chinese. I was like, "Oh, do you know what the fuck that is?"
Damn.
That's how I knew I was out of
I
touch.
ain't, it'll never
Yeah.
be. I'm sorry. That's why I get in there real quick because it'll never be a lost art form amongst like the true DC natives who understand and
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
the impact of go-go and how important it is. But I feel like, in my personal opinion, only though, that I do see that shift where we could potentially have some generations grow up never listening to
Never
go-go,
listening to it.
never liking it,
Nah,
never
hell
respecting
nah.
the culture for what it is.
Let me ask
I
you this. Let me ask
he
you
said,
this,
hell
please.
no.
Let me ask you,
That's my
everybody can
opinion.
answer this. When was the golden age of go-go at the height?
I think it was my error. I don't,
Shit, when I
that's,
was in like shit, middle school going into high school for me, early high school for me,
I
I
would
feel like
I
that's
would
say,
say
when it was at
that
its peak.
that
I would
ass
say,
clap all the way up until
ah,
the ass
I
stop
would say
clapping.
the years, I would say the years between 1995 and 2003.
Hey, look,
Nah,
that's
it
Ooh,
what
was
the
still
kids
nah, it was
say.
2010,
still popping from
But I
man.
was,
'03 to at least
I was
I'm
listening to
about
2010.
some old
to say,
heads.
like,
2010,
what?
They was talking about like
To at
2010.
trouble
least
Yeah.
funk
2010,
That's why
and
they
some
shut them
things I
down
2011.
ain't
because they
even
was
know.
going too
Yeah.
crazy. That's why they shut
So
them down.
My coach, Dirk McCray, he helped write Sardines and Pork and Beans.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
he literally helped write that shit. And he used to tell us about it. We ain't believe him until he introduced us to the motherfucker.
yeah,
They was like, yeah, he was like, I was like, damn, like
Right.
Sardines and Pork and Beans
The
is one
classic.
of the fucking biggest Go-Go Jones.
That's
And
our amazing grace.
Yeah.
man, bruh.
and
And
so
doing
I'm
the
You
butt,
doing it, but yeah,
man,
I'm
come
telling you,
on, bruh.
it's some old heads
classic.
right that would claim that that whole
Era.
'80s trouble funk and all of them other
Mm-hmm.
bands that we wasn't listening to,
Mm-hmm.
junk and all that was that.
Junk
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Because
Oh,
before they was
Junkyard.
back, you had and Nuri, that's just what it
they
was.
like that.
But
Yeah, y'all,
Mm.
we
yeah,
came
man,
up. I
y'all
mean,
got
I'm
me
gonna say
bringing. Look, young,
I
it's
came up
me,
on
baby.
back. You know what I'm saying?
Northeast,
Not
Northeast
It is
only,
that.
Streetman, Washington
not
D.C.,
only
baby.
back.
That's
I'm
me.
from uptown, so it's like
God
Mm-hmm.
damn,
that type of thing. So
that
yeah,
shit just brought me back. That's nostalgia, baby.
Like, yeah, and I know people like, especially like people from the South Side, really love Junk and got a lot
E,
of respect for Junkyard,
oh my
man.
god,
And I
yeah.
was listening to them, I was like, oh my God, Junkyard that's a like that bang.
And
And
yeah,
I
they
think they
used to
deserve way more of their flowers than what they
the
get.
way they used to break their shit. Like when you hear the shit, like young, them drums, everything together, young, just and
I
people.
still.
And when I went to college. No, when I went to Job Corps, right?
Oh,
We had dance night every
What it do,
Saturday,
boom?
and all of the Philly niggas, they'll do their little shit, and then
Throwback.
New York would do their shit, and then we had a go-go moment. Everybody leave but DC niggas, and we just there. We don't give a fuck about what you think. We're there
where you go?
because I went to Keystone Job Corps Center in 2001, man. And that shit was, man, nigga, we took over that shit. I got put out after I got my high school diploma, though. But I got put out because it was DC, Baltimore, and we had to fuck with the Baltimore niggas because they was close. Versus Philly and New York, it was a fucking riot, dog. And the next day, security pulled us all out. And luckily, I took the fucking GED test like weeks before, and I didn't even know if I passed that motherfucker. I got put out. My mother, she was like, "Yeah, I got your results." And if you scored over, I think
Oh,
six
nigga.
a 330, you got your high school diploma. And she said, I'm gonna call you back with your results. I'm going on my lunch breaks. I'm like, really? So she called me back. She was like, "Congratulations, I got my high school diploma." I'm like, "Oh shit, goddamn!" But they put us out. We fucked them niggas up though. Like we fucked them niggas up, and they ain't like our go-go. So fuck them.
I feel like though, like for early '90s too, like I mean, like Essence is just a classic band.
Rare
You know
Essence,
what I'm saying?
man.
Like
Bruh,
ain't nobody I don't know nobody that's gonna talk bad about Essence. Anybody
hell
that came up,
no.
it's just like that's gonna be the epitome of whatever. Cause you know, you have Chuck Brown, but you won't have Chuck Brown band.
I think
You talk about Essence, Essence is timeless. Everybody deal with
Nah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? That's just like, of course, we speak on EU because EU was in school days. EU
mm,
was nationwide. Know what I'm saying? Like you had different, they was able to take things, you know what I'm saying, on a different plateau. You know what I'm saying? Us that know this area, of course we gonna go with Backyard because they've been consistent.
they them
They've been
dudes, man.
consistent, and you know that's just how it is. But doing everything else, we know all of the other bands and even some of the other ones that got honorable. That's just what it is. I'm gonna tell you something that was classic, right? So
Who's that?
2010 Big G birthday, and he bought Gucci. He had all the bands there
I
at his
remember
birthday party.
that.
You remember that?
I remember.
Listen, that was
Damn.
it. That was a situation, and it was damn sure a party. And I was just like, "That's a beautiful moment because, you know, one they had to acknowledge they people. You know what I'm saying? People come together, but everybody was they was doing their thing. All of the bands.
Do you remember when Ludacris bought? I think it was. I want to say it was Backyard to the Tonight Show, bruh. And like early, I think it was like 2000, 2001. Young Ludacris brought a go-go band to the fucking Jay Leno Tonight Show, and I was like,
Nah, I'm
wow.
gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna look
Look
that
that
up.
up, bruh.
But
That
you
I'm
got
looking
shit
it up
was
right now.
epic.
whether it was Salt and Pepper,
Said it was
Jill
who?
Scott, whatever. You know what I'm
You said
saying? Like
Ludacris
backyard
brung
was
out
they
J-Lo?
do their
Backyard.
thing.
Backyard was
Ludacris, it
J-Lo?
was Backyard.
Who you say? You said Backyard or Junkyard?
Nah, I didn't know what I'm not sure who he brung to the Tonight Show, but Ludacris brought
A Go
a,
Go Band.
a go-go band to the Tonight Show.
Mm. Get his
And
ass.
even when Old Dirty Bastard come and rocked out with a go-go band. Rest in peace, Old Dirty
Yeah, shout
Bastard.
out to ODB.
Yes, ODB showed
But
up.
you know, one
Yay.
of the
And
classic
that's the
shows will be
thing.
with
And that's
Scarface.
why I
The
say
shitty car. That's
we
my
like the
name. Yeah.
ugly girlfriend that they like because
Ha!
Cameron came fuck with us.
Hey,
Everybody
look,
come
we
fuck
can't
with us.
say we can't say ugly because DC got like. Listen, when it come to women,
I don't know,
we
man. It's like,
can't we can't we can't we can't do that. Like,
DC does not have the prettiest
hit.
women.
thank you, thank you.
You said
Bones,
does not.
he came in on the right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You
Look,
said does
look.
It's
not.
section. No, we
No,
gotta
does not.
section this shit off.
I'm not
Southeast
saying the
women.
prettiest,
This
but
is not the type
outside.
of conversation.
I'm just saying it got there, and I ain't wanted to get there, but Boone came in and he solidified it. Now, look, I'm a rate him right now.
Look, right there. What band is this?
What's that?
What's the
Who that?
rating?
That's the Tonight Show, John.
That's a Jay
What
Leno.
Jay
what's the
Leno,
rating?
John. Who band is that?
I
Oh, y'all
can't
can
see it.
tell by the coat. This is old.
I can't see.
It's definitely a go-go band because of the trumpet nigga.
Yeah, it's a go-go band. I believe it was back, young.
That ain't that. Now, let
No,
me
that
shut up.
ain't
I
back.
don't fucking know.
Big G will be right there.
Right.
But let's get back to these women. I think I
You
think
already stay on the
I
topic.
think the baddest women,
Yeah, it's topic. What's the
I
topic?
think the baddest girls in DC is the Northwest Jones.
You a lie.
Um
No, we wasn't saying that. He was saying that DC don't have
Shout out to the
the
Uptown Moonies.
up. So I'm trying to figure out where we at because I'm trying to just say that we not gonna be
Nigga,
nobody's ugly girlfriend.
have
no,
you
I
been?
ain't
I'm gonna
saying
tell
that.
you something. I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you something.
What I'm
I'm gonna tell you
saying
something.
is it's subjective. Like
Let me tell you something.
when you have something that you think look good, right? But you know other motherfuckers probably point out some shit, right? I think that's us. I think
Dude,
I think they like what they see, but they just don't want everybody else to fucking see it.
let me tell you what the baddest Jones is that I've been to. I've been on tour throughout the
What?
U.S.
Tell me, what's up?
Bryson, North Carolina.
Damn, he's
Never heard of
specific
that. Where
as
that's
shit.
at?
Man, you specific.
Bryson, North Carolina.
Race,
Where is that? Where is
I
that?
ain't
What
never even
closest
heard of that,
major
bro.
city is that near?
That shit is in the mountains, bro. You're not gonna find it. It's right next to the Native American reserves. I swear to God, bro. I went with Gorilla Zoe to Bryson, North Carolina, with all
We ain't
races,
never
white
gonna find these women.
Mountains.
This is like
nigga. I
the
Hey,
holy
promise
yeah.
you,
grail.
bro.
If
We
we
Even the
never
talking
gonna
about,
bras,
find them.
even the girls that had no teeth was bad.
oh my god,
All right,
And you said
all
they was
right.
better
Hey,
than
so look, this how a
he
man broke
said
it
no
down to me,
teeth.
right? When it comes to certain
I just feel
cities,
like he dead serious.
you
I'm
have
dead
you
serious.
have
Young,
you
look at his
have
face,
a
young.
tier of
He is
cities.
he
Like
has
you gotta
been
think
there multiple times and he
DC,
has
New
indulged.
York, Miami,
Woo.
LA. These are places where people will be.
Hey, young.
Because
North
people flock
Carolina
to
do
these
have some
places.
bad Jones. North
These
Carolina,
are major
period.
cities. So
I
obviously
think
if
the
you in a
prettiest
major
women are
city,
from
you
Louisiana.
not gonna see just a bunch of
Louisiana,
terrible looking
you're
people.
right. You're right. New Orleans, bro. I went
Hmm
there for
Chicago,
the first
wherever. Go
time
to a major
two
any
years
major
ago.
city. You gonna see some nice looking
They
women.
got some, and I love their accent. I think the
They
prettiest
all got
accent,
long hair,
bruh, the
pretty.
best
Yeah.
accent in
No, you
America
got all
is New
kinds. They could be
Orleans,
short
young.
hair. But you gonna see
The
because
women,
if
Now
you
I'm talking
go to
about the ones
certain
in New
Orleans,
towns,
Orleans.
them.
They all
you could
got
be in certain towns. New Orleans is a
Baltimore.
major city.
New Orleans
And
what?
then
got
they
that
then they
draw.
talk that then they Creole down there. So that makes it
Yes,
even
bruh.
listen, I didn't
Look,
in my former life,
I
because
went
I'm
to the
in a
Hot Boys
relationship. I'm
concert,
saying,
right? Bruh,
Yeah, don't get beat
I
up on the.
Creole
I
Don't
joint
get
go,
beat up when
right
you
up
get off
there.
this joke.
yeah,
What?
I go to the
Nah.
hotel. I'm with my
But that's just how
Y'all
it
girl.
ever
go.
been to
Like,
She,
Palestine,
she
California?
sitting
yeah,
up
so
there like, hey,
it's a
baby,
I
mixture
I'm
of
never
your
been to
bad
baby,
bitches.
California at
baby.
all.
I'm your
Yeah,
baby.
I can't hear
I'm
you talking.
telling you, bro. Like when people say that DC has the baddest women, DC has the baddest women when it comes to their attitude, because that shit is fucked up.
Why he always come on here reading?
Damn. I gotta stand up. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a DC woman. Fuck you talking about. We ain't all got bad
Hey,
attitude.
wait,
There go the
hey, wait,
attitude.
Oh, I
hey,
heard
wait.
what you
Somebody gotta stand up.
Like
We
what the fuck? Like they all
That's
got
what I say.
bad
Every time he come
attitude.
on the part,
Maybe
he be
y'all be
reading.
fucking with bitches with
Who
bad
reading? What they reading?
attitude.
Boo,
No,
boo,
yeah.
always reading
Look,
every
yeah,
time.
all right.
I'm
Let me
telling
say
you,
this. Let me
DC
say
got
this.
bad bitches because they got bad bitch attitude.
Out of the Sice Room, right? How many Sice Room women that we
Am
have
I wrong?
that is like, wholesome? We got Sharice. I never heard Sharice raise her voice, get hood, wink. I never even heard wink get go. But we know we got him. Yeah.
Somebody playing Lil Yachty.
We know
Yeah,
we
y'all can get my
got him.
man struck. I gotta mute that.
Oh, he right. I had to
Yeah, but
check,
nah, but
bruh.
all right,
But the
but all
thing
right. So
is,
on some real shit, right? I don't know what the topic is, but I just came in on talking about bad bitches from DC. I will say this: DC women are very independent, and
no,
I'm not saying that
they're
it's a
not
good thing.
independent, bruh.
I'm not
They
saying it's a
not. They
bad thing,
appear.
but DC women are very independent.
They appear to
Now,
be
when you
independent.
go down south, they know how to cater to their men.
They do. The
When you go to the
hospitality,
west, they know how to worship their niggas.
except for in New
Like I
York.
can't explain the shit,
New York, they will
but
talk
Y'all need
shit
Mexican
to
to
say
women
this
you.
will be
worship their
talk
men.
back.
New York chicks will
It's
talk shit
cultural.
to you all day long, young. I'm fucking with a New Jersey chick.
No,
And I've been in New
You don't think it's
Jersey
cultural?
for the last 2.5 years.
I can't
And
hear nothing.
those women are pretty as shit. And they
You
have
gotta
some good
go out and come
attitudes.
back in.
But they do have a streak of New York in them that shit will come out. Like if I get my girl mad enough, she gonna sound like she's straight from Brooklyn. like, like a motherfucker, bruh. And I'll be like, whoa, whoa. About to bring. She don't even live in New York. She from fucking New Jersey, but she did spend time in ATL for like 19 years and shit. So,
Say
and
something though.
them chicks from ATL is crazy as shit too.
I'll say something though, right? So let me tell you why they're crazy. Because they used to dealing with gay niggas.
Damn, that's that fire. You got hey Trey, you gotta start getting the sound effects, bro.
Hey, Mo.
You gotta start hitting the sound effects when niggas hit them
He's
So,
points.
firing from the hip.
look, right? DC women. I don't know if did y'all hear me when I said DC women are independent. Did y'all hear me when I said that?
They not though.
DMV women are very independent, and I commend you. I promise you, I commend you. But a lot of men cannot take on that energy.
Nah, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when you get a Southern woman, they rub your feet. They cook for you.
They rub your
They,
feet.
I
They ask you
promise
how
you,
your
bro.
day
But what y'all
was.
doing? What y'all
Yes.
doing?
They will be in your energy when you get home. They will say, "God
What are
damn,
y'all
I
doing?
had
But
Southern women," and
right,
What are y'all doing?
but my nigga,
they
This nigga
did.
talking
listen,
about rubbing
man,
feet
listen to
is
me, bro.
super
If
They
you
specific.
will
go to
What
rub your
y'all
LA,
doing?
feet.
if you ever go to
They will
LA,
give you a
Dad,
massage.
Dad.
They will cook for you.
What have
mm-hmm.
you
They
been doing?
will ask you what you want.
What have you
And if
been
you
doing?
say what you want, they ain't gonna go to some other shit. When
No.
your girl asks you what you want, and you say I want some Chipotle, and they say, "Well, I think I want some McDonald's." Then what the fuck you ask me about what I want then?
You know what I get mad at? I get mad when I tell women that I want to go to Cali and get a pure Mexican woman.
Hey, Slim, what?
Up here,
I
boom,
want to go to
Confirm.
Cali and
peace.
get a pure Mexican.
I'm
They
gonna tell
not
you this
pure.
though.
They
Fuck
You
not
hear
that.
me?
pure.
The best chick that you want
You know they're
is an
not gonna be
Asian
shaped the
joint.
same as
An
Asian.
Mexican,
I
Asian
baby.
swear to
joint,
God,
bruh.
bruh. My
Y'all
uncle
got these
told me.
women?
My
Asian
uncle,
joint.
my uncle did it.
Pull up
My
your
uncle did it.
Instagram.
He said, if you ever want to live life and experience life as a man, get an Asian.
Get an Asian joint. Yeah, you will be pampered. And they don't give a fuck. And they
Nothing.
think,
And
all
there's
right,
nothing, dog.
hey,
There's nothing that they was. You
boom.
can't question you, huh?
Hey, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Check it. The Diddy tape joint, right? With
Uh-huh.
Shorty Daphne Joy.
Right.
I looked at her interview with academics.
Right.
She knows exactly what she's doing. And she gets it
Exactly.
from her culture, young.
Hey,
She made academics think that he was He-Man, bruh.
dog.
And when you look at the sex tape joint, she
Mm-hmm.
making my man just feel. She's like, "Oh, you are amazing." Why did he right there?
Let me tell you something else that's crazy about an Asian woman.
Asian Jones, bruh.
Let me tell you something else that's crazy. Can I say this on your thing without getting
Say it.
edited and cussed out, kirked out, whatever it's called?
Oh, this Sice Room. Sice it.
Yeah,
They
already
pussies is
shoot.
built different.
What?
Say that again.
Their pussy is built different.
Explain that. I wanna indulge in this.
You a
Okay,
gynecologist now, nigga?
let's go there, right?
Say that.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
Let's
Yes.
talk genetics. Let's talk
Yes. Please.
genetics.
Please. Please.
When you
Please,
talk
man.
That
genetics,
pussy,
right?
that
Asian
pussy
women are
story.
built for Asian men.
Oh.
Hey, bro. Yo, man.
Damn, I ain't never think about that shit.
Whatever's
So
going
when we
on, it
talk,
sounds like it
Where
need to
y'all,
be.
going with that?
When
No,
they
no,
Hey,
get
I get
the
look.
what you're
real
saying, Boone. You
nigga,
don't gotta elaborate. I get
uh,
what you're
Boone,
that's
saying.
ain't you
why
married up
that's
in
why
front of
these
his
black
Trey,
women
nonsense,
be like,
Boone?
"Oh, you little
Trey,
dick nigga." These black women
Trey.
say that shit because we're built for them.
Hey,
Flag on the
hey,
play.
bruh,
I know some
bruh,
black women
Listen,
that don't care for
yeah,
big
hey, Trey, you
penises.
need some sound effects, bruh, because he just spit some
I'm
real
gonna
shit
say,
that I
I'm gonna
ain't.
say flag
Hey,
on the play,
young, can,
cause
hey,
nobody is
boom,
built the
hey,
same.
boom, can I please use that analogy?
Yeah,
Can I please use it?
and you know I know I'm
'Cause
right.
it's
I mean,
true.
let me tell you how I know I'm right. There has never been a time I've ever been on this platform where every female didn't say nothing.
Huh?
I don't
Hey,
even know
where the
what I
fuck
came
this
back
nigga
to.
come from, man? Where Boom come
He
from?
been
Hey,
around.
Boom.
His ass been
Hey,
around.
man, look, I got a joint called Build a Throne. I want you on my platform. I want to do a whole fucking 2 hours with you, my nigga. Because, like, you,
These
man, I
niggas gonna
want
get
you
together and
talking
go
just
catch
like this.
Oh,
Asian
This some
women and
real
shit.
I
shit right
can't
here.
talk like this on my platform because Age 5 already know the spades table ain't rocking like this.
Yeah, you can talk about it on my platform. Like,
Oh
bruh,
man, this is
god
interesting.
damn, I ain't
He
had to
said
think
they're
about
built
that
I
shit,
don't.
different.
bro.
Genetics,
I ain't
bro.
had to think about that shit. Cause
What did
look,
you say about Asian
it's
women?
like
Did I
evolution.
miss that?
If that's all, look, it's
Yeah.
evolution, young. The
Hey,
strong
look,
survive and all of that shit. And if they're if they grow up with that in generations, that's all they know. And it's widely known that Asian men have
Like a
small
straw.
penises. That's just known. Now, and if you see a nigga
I
no,
don't
with,
know.
who
I
if
don't
you
knows
know
see
that?
an
about no
Asian nigga,
man.
Who
No,
knows
I
look,
don't
that?
know about.
look, if
Yeah,
you see an Asian nigga with like 8 inches or 9, he's
Who?
an
No,
anomaly.
I don't
His
know.
He
grandfather
is.
black.
All right, let's
I'm
go to
about
the
to
And his
log
let's go to the
granddaddy
off.
black.
topic, y'all.
But
Okay,
just
let's
I
go.
don't know
Let's go
how
get
we
what
an
got
he
Asian
here.
just
guy.
what
Let's
he's
get to the
saying
UFC at the White
is
House.
biologically true because when the Asian women get
Hey,
Oh,
something
Dutch,
that
you
they
too
ain't never
invested in this,
experienced
Dutch. Hey,
before,
Dutch, you too
it
invested, Dutch.
widens them up and they be like, whoa. And then their culture teach them to cater to niggas. So that's
Hey,
just an
hey,
adage,
I'm
man.
gonna tell you something crazy. I'm gonna tell you something crazy that
That's
might
hey,
sound racist,
That's
right?
some real shit, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something that crazy that might
we
sound
got.
racist.
Come on, your last bomb.
So
Go ahead.
my granddad told me if you ever want to open up an Asian woman's eyes, put your tip in.
All right, get more of that on Build the Throne,
That's that
man. With
nigga.
that
That's that
in
nigga.
this episode with Boom, Future, and Boom, man, it's gonna get crazy. But up next, man, we
Hey,
got the
Five, we can't
bipartisan
hear you, Five.
breakdown.
no,
Nah,
I hear
they can
you.
hear me.
I hear you.
They can hear me.
I
I
hate
can't hear nothing you're saying.
I'm good.
You might gotta
Up next,
come
man,
back
we
because you're on the
got
phone.
UFC Freedom 250 lawsuit, man. You know they about to do a whole UFC event at the White House, and I want to know what y'all feel about that. Bipartisan breakdown up next. All right, the UFC plans to host the Freedom 250 at the White House, but now federal lawsuit. The UFC plans to host a Freedom 250 at the White House, but now a federal lawsuit is trying to stop it. Supporters call it historic, while critics say that public landmarks should not be used for private profit. I want to know from y'all, the lawsuit raises questions about environmental reviews, permitting, criminalization, and potential conflicts of interest. When you hear about a UFC fight event at the White House, and how y'all feel about it coming to DC? And one of y'all got muted up. My bad. Y'all killing me with that. I want to know from y'all, man. When y'all hear about a UFC event, right, potentially coming to the White House, how do y'all view it as, like, a great American celebration, or do y'all feel like they crossing lines, turning stuff like the White House and other historic landmarks in America into, entertainment grounds? Oh shit.
Well, if it ain't gonna be that long, I don't think it
I
matters.
can't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
Can
Go
y'all hear
ahead,
me?
Wink.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think like if it ain't gonna be that long and it's just like a little however many day thing, I mean, what the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know all the little stuff on the National Mall, but I'm gonna just go out on the limb and say if it's anything racist still out there or whatever, like I really don't give a fuck then. Like I don't care what's going on out there, but I don't know that for sure. So, but for the most part, I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Like they be geeking over the National Mall. Fuck out of here. Look who y'all chose as president. Bye. That's my take.
We got an entertainer in the office. Like, I mean, what can you expect, man? It's been a show from the last term to this term. It's gonna be a bunch of stuff. You talking about UFC, Dana White is definitely a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? What his politics is, I don't know. But it's just like, all right, well, we got 2 more years, and people gonna do what they gonna do. It's gonna be up to us after that whether we gonna vote, show up to make sure something else. But right now, it's just a show. All of this has been. I've never in history remember a president being on TV as much. So much drama going on. It's entertainment. So of course it's gonna go with it.
Yeah, I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I like it. I know the average person probably think it's a bit much because of course Trump is involved. But I mean, the way I look at it, outside of how we feel about Trump, he's the president. He got the power to do what he want. Um, and not the power to do what he want. I won't say it like that, but y'all get what I'm saying. He can at least pull that to happen. But I think it's a good idea to have it in front of the White House because even bystanders, I don't know how it's going to be set up. I don't know if it's going to be visible from outside the gates. I don't know, but if it is, it's an opportunity for people to stand outside the White House. You know what I'm saying? Watch a fight live outside. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like it. I think it's different. You know what I'm saying? Something new. Should the president be doing something like this? No. But I mean, it's a 1 day event. Ain't like he there while they setting up and watching the whole process or whatever. So it's a 1 day event and then life goes on. But I think it's something different. Of course, there's something else to talk about with everything going on. It's just another thing that have us talking about something else. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really, see too much of an issue with it. It's just different. That's my take.
But yeah, I mean, like this joint is for sure different. Uh, far as like the lawsuits, I don't know what the lawsuits is going to be about, or what they really trying to sue for, or whatever the case may be with that. I guess it's because it's going to bring a lot more traffic with people that live in that area or something. I don't know, but it seemed like it's like Brad just said, it's a good idea for UFC to come to the city and do a venue like this. At the White House is different. It is a historic place type shit. I don't know. I ain't too good on like destroying or changing up how like a historic place looks, you know what I'm saying? But there has been a lot of construction and a lot of more events coming to the city anyways. Like they about to do a whole F1 race or something coming up soon. So they probably about to be tearing down a lot more other shit. But yeah, it's different, but that's my take.
I don't know what the question was because my phone kept like in and out.
UFC 250 coming to the White House.
I'm with it. I'm just against the traffic. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, like, if you ever see the movie Gladiator, it's like it shows you everything that's going on right now. You just dance a puppet, or you just if I shoot fireworks over here and everybody's looking over here, I'm gonna keep doing what I want to do over here. That's pretty much what's going on. But money, I mean, if they allowing it, what can we do? That's my take. I don't know what to say.
Hey, Boom. We gotta exchange information. You are my type of guy. I fucking like love your whole fucking persona, my man. Now, Marlon, I can interview someone like Boom, but when it comes to this whole thing, I'm all for it. I love Trump as an entertainer. We all love Trump before he ran for president, and we know that once you become president, you're going to get scrutinized. That's why Dwayne the Rock Johnson's he's hesitating on running for president because a lot of shit gonna come out about him that a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna like. And once you jump into that political realm, that's when you become Hitler or Jesus. The thing is, if Obama said, let's just keep it real, young, and this is all selective anger. If Obama said, which we know Obama loves basketball and he loves being with the guys and all of that shit, inviting the basketball players to the White House, he shoots a couple of hoops with them. If Obama said, I want the championship game in 2012 to be on the White House lawn, and I'm gonna put all of the floor down here and everything, guess what niggas will say? Just guess what niggas will say. They will be like, oh, damn, that's tight. They wouldn't be saying nothing about, oh, this is a historical fucking thing. No. You only doing it because it's a collective fucking thought process and mindset that we don't like Trump. So whatever Trump does, we're just gonna fucking be like, fuck that. I seen something a couple of months ago, last year, where it said if Trump like save a 11-year-old girl and he gives her mouth to mouth resuscitation and she gets up and she's good, people gonna say it's AI. It's gonna be a conspiracy. So anything fucking Trump does is gonna be what it is. This nigga Obama put a fucking whole goddamn rainbow on the White House. And no one said anything. Oh, that's great. Now, shout out to LGBT, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They did what they had to do, and they got what they got. But your man is doing something that he's involved in. He and Dana White is UFC. He loves that shit. That's what he loves, just like Obama loves basketball. So at the end of the day, it's going to bring in more jobs. Motherfuckers is going to work more overtime. So what's the fucking problem? That's it. I got it. Done.
Yeah, the only thing I would add to that is too, and I'm sure they probably don't even care. Is I mean, at least for the fighters, it's an opportunity to fight in front of the White House. Whether or not they want to fight in front of Trump, it's an opportunity. And that probably means something to some of them. You know what I mean?
That's
But
sweet too.
outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Me, I look at things differently. Giving Trump the president, and it's I'm pretty sure, not even pretty sure, but we know it's bigger things he could be worrying about or entertaining outside of hosting an event, or not even hosting it, but putting something together like this in front of the White House, of course. But at the same token, it's like outside of that, he's still a regular motherfucker who likes shit. You know what I'm saying? He might just be in the UFC. Ain't he cool? What's the guy name that run the UFC? Ain't they real cool?
Dana White. Yeah.
Dana White. Yeah. So I'm sure they probably had a conversation on their own time, and that's how this even came up. You know what I'm saying?
And look,
But
check this out, Marlon. Check
yeah,
this out. The thing is, your man is doing this where you don't know what the all right, I'm gonna take y'all back to Obama, because Obama could do any fucking thing and we would just like it, right?
right, right,
This nigga smack a fly. That's the fucking whole shit of the day. Oh, the way he slapped that fly. The thing is, Obama did a
dinner.
correspondence dinner, right? He did this, and he's making fun of everything, blah blah blah. At the same time, about to get Bin Laden.
Right,
See, motherfuckers don't know, like,
right,
that's not all Trump is doing. He's focused on other shit too.
right. Facts.
So you
Facts.
really think that Obama got Bin Laden?
All right, we that's another conversation and another
Yeah, we
show.
ain't got. But
I don't
I get
want to,
what you're
like,
saying, though, Def. I get what you're saying, though,
I'm
Def.
just saying, like,
I get what you're saying.
we can get on that. But what I'm saying is, for the context of what we're talking about, Obama did shit. Look, man, the
The left hand
president
don't let
gets
the right hand know what's going on.
death threats of America and himself every day, but we don't know about it.
Right. Facts.
So him having this fight on the White House lawn, I like it. I don't even watch UFC right now. Y'all know me. I'm a WWE, and guess who owns both of them TKO under the same umbrella. So I probably be watching this motherfucker.
But don't Pooh and do stuff like that too though? Put little events together and stuff like that. Don't he do that?
Yeah. And the thing is, man, look,
Hunger Games.
Trump political views, I don't necessarily fuck with. But him as a person, bruh, I knew him before this shit, and I fuck with him. And I can separate the two. What I can't do with R. Kelly, I can't separate his music and
do y'all remember? Do y'all remember what Trump said before he ever ran for office, like almost 30 years ago?
Yes, I remember that interview. I think Diane Sawyer asked this nigga, and he said, he said, yeah, I might think about it.
But then he also said, if I ever ran for office, he said he's a Democrat. He said, if I ever ran for office, I'd do it
as a Republican. He literally said that. And he's been pulling a wool over y'all motherfuckers' eyes because he's not a fucking Republican. He's not even a Democrat. The nigga is the fucking Trumpocrat. That's what the fuck he is.
Well, do you believe in like the apple falls far from the tree type shit?
Trumpocrat. I just came up with that.
Like, do you believe in the apple doesn't fall far from the tree type shit?
Yeah, it don't.
So what a lot of people don't understand is if you understand who his granddad is or was, then you understand who Trump is.
And Trump is a narcissist. Trump is actually a narcissist.
No, he's not.
He's a narcissist.
No, he's not. He's a businessman. No, impossible. So I think like this, right?
Most successful businnesmen.
No, that's his on the summer with that. He ain't.
No, he is a narcissist.
No, he's not. He's not. He's thinking about money. The thing is this, right? Look, the thing is this. If I own a business, nothing you can tell me about my business. So that makes me a narcissist? Because there's nothing, like I can't come to Trade 5 and tell Trade 5 about the Trade 5 right?
No. What I'm saying, Boone, is this. For you to be able to assess that and implement it, you have to be a narcissist. Let's just take it. Every president that ever existed was a narcissist, because for you to think that you Boone can lead the free world, you have to be a narcissist, because to have the thought of you being this chosen person to do this job, it has to be.
So
you have. So Obama's a narcissist. Reagan was a narcissist. We know Clinton was a narcissist. Bush. Now I would say I would give an exception to Bush. The son. He was pushed into it. Bush ain't want to be the motherfucking president.
So what you're saying is, right? I'm gonna take a shot for this one.
Let's go.
What you're saying is, through your terminology, right?
Logic.
That right now I'm going through a divorce because I'm a narcissist because of how I leave my house.
No.
That's technically what you just said. That is exactly what you just said. Because look, let me say this.
I'm with you. No,
I'm what I'm saying is,
you have to have a certain amount of narcissism as a man. You have to have it. Now, when it comes to full-blown narcissism, that takes me from, okay, I want certain shit done as a man. That me as a man, understanding masculinity, understanding leading my family, understanding this. That's on a small scale of you have to have a certain amount of narcissism. Every man has to have it.
But that's not being a narcissist. That's just being a man.
No. You have to have it.
How does being a man and bringing male energy become narcissist?
No. I'm saying you have to have a sense of whatever characteristic that narcissism brings. You have to have that as a man. It's just a default.
No, that's not narcissism. That's leadership.
No, every leader. I did a video on this. every leader has to have some sense of narcissism.
No,
Now,
they have to have
narcissism does not
Mhm.
necessarily mean negativity. The thing is, the characteristics that you impose on who you are as a man, it's sort of like having morphine. If you get morphine, it can help you in certain situations, right? But if you get too much morphine, it can kill you. Now, when you become a man and you have your family and you're doing these things and doing that, because I had a divorce and I went through the same thing that you're probably going through right now.
Right.
But
That's why I brought it up. I remember you said it before.
it's instilled in us in the fabric and nature of who we are as men, where we have to exhibit these narcissistic characteristics. Now, if I take that beyond, now say I got a family and I control my family, I lead my family does what I say, but that's the regular form of narcissism that I need to do this. But now I want to take it beyond my family. I think I can actually do this with the whole fucking country. Now that's another level
But that's
of
not
narcissism.
narcissism.
Yeah,
Narcissism.
that's
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
narcissism, bro.
No,
narcissism
Like,
is
it
more so like
is.
no,
look
it's
at
not.
yourself as like it's like
Being a
like
man, there's no such thing. Being a
yeah,
man, there's no
like
such
looking
thing
at
as
yourself as
male
like
toxic.
super
Can
important.
we
Like
can we all agree on this? Certain characteristics
I'm
from
with you on the certain
no
characteristics
no
that
no
have
no
the
no
little
no
shake of
no
it.
the certain characteristics of narcissism will mimic how a man has to lead his family. Can we agree on that?
Nah, facts. I'm with you on.
No, I can't.
I'm with
Okay,
you on.
why?
Because
Based on
you
the
can't
technical
tell me,
definition of it.
no, not even that.
No,
You
no, no.
can't
I
tell
want to
me.
hear Boom. I want to know why you can't see the
So,
characteristics
so you're
of
telling me
that.
that if I tell my girl to move left, I'm being a narcissist because I told her to move
Yes.
left and she moved left?
No, I'm gonna tell you why you're being a narcissist.
That's
Because
not being a narcissist.
Yeah, that's not being a narcissist.
let me explain. The reason why that is being having narcissistic tendencies is because you think what you're telling her to do is going to be the right thing to do. And a narcissistic characteristic tells a person that whatever I feel from my calculations of everything, I calculated this to be that. So therefore, I'm going to impose this opinion on you to go do that. That is the character. That is the actual characteristic of a narcissist. Now,
But
But I
it's
disagree.
unhealthy.
I
hold
disagree
on,
with
hold
you.
on,
I
hold
Yeah, I
disagree.
on,
do too. I do
hold
too.
on.
I feel like
Hold
a
on.
narcissism is more close to like being like egotistical in the sense.
No,
Right.
you have to have a certain amount of ego to even have these thoughts.
No, you don't. You
So
gotta
hold on,
have
hold on.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
no,
tell
gotta
I
you.
have
Let
think
me
I
tell you.
think
confidence.
it's let me
No,
rebuttal. I
no,
think
no
I think
ego. See, people take ego and narcissists and place them in negative boxes. They're not negative. It's just where you choose to
it's
place
perspective.
them.
It's perspective.
It's perspective,
I
and
Right.
don't
on
know.
top
All the
of that,
definitions of
hold up, and on
narcissism I
top
see
of
has
that,
a negative
it's
connotation.
where you put the energy at. The thing
Right.
is, narcissism isn't bad or good. It's how you use it. It's how you it's how you implement
Right.
the narcissism to make it
Okay.
bad or good.
So all right, so do you
But in
call your
Trump
girl
case, we're not saying it's a good case of narcissism.
No,
like,
in Trump
so okay.
case, he has full blown um what you call it? Um
He's
clinical
Clinical.
narcissism.
he's self-centered. He's self-centered. I
He's
don't think he's
self-centered as a
narcissist.
mug,
He's
right?
He
self-centered.
is self-centered to
And he
where
has no empathy for nothing.
no, where he takes the thing that drives us as men and husbands and fathers, right? Who am I to tell my daughter what to do or what not to do as a parent, right? I have to have some type of I have to have some type of characteristic
To feel
of
like
this
because I'm
man.
your father, you should do what I say.
No,
No,
and I don't use that.
no.
No, I'm
I
saying in that
give them
situation.
actual. I pride myself on saying because I said so.
Who's
Because
your? How old is your daughter?
I have a 22-year-old, I have a
Mm-hmm.
17-year-old, and I have a
Mm-hmm.
12-year-old. Now, even with that, on different levels, and I love how they're gapped.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Each level, I use a bit of narcissism according to their age. You see what I'm saying? Like my grown child, I understand that I instill certain things in her since she was 3 because she's my stepchild, right? And I raised her. Now, even with that, I know that she's not biologically mine. So I have to work probably a little harder on that one. But my biological children, it's like they fall in line so it is seamlessly. Like it is like, wow, I
That's
can
because it came out of your nuts.
exactly. And they are me. They are me, bruh. And guess what I did? Guess what I've realized? I ain't realized that until I got my divorce. Until I got my divorce, because I was in the house with all 3 of them, right? Now, when I got my divorce, that's when I started to see the difference between biological and I guess you could say, my stepchild. But I didn't see that because they were all up under the same guides. Now, when I got a divorce, I can I don't even know how to explain it. You can just feel the biological ones just fall in place. But the stepchild, I'm going through problems with her right now. To where I raised her from 3. And her father wasn't in her life. So it's a point of the characteristic of narcissism that keep everything cool, but I don't look at it as a negative. Narcissism isn't a negative thing. And I think a lot of people think that it is. But when taken to some presidential type level, when no one is telling you no, and all of your thoughts and all of this shit is, man, for
See,
me,
like everything,
for me to
everything you,
say I can lead the free world, I have to be like really
everything
on
you just
some
said that you
characteristics.
just compared to with your daughters and everything, that's just you being a man. That's all you compare. That's all you basically summed up was a man. That's not
But
narcissist.
what makes
Now,
a
but
man
look,
no, no,
look,
no,
but
no,
in
no,
order for
no.
you to
When
become, in
I'm
order,
not
look, look,
saying what makes a man is narcissism. What I'm saying is the things or the characteristics that they describe as being a narcissist is the same characteristics that you will probably apply to a man who is raising and leading his family.
that's not narcissism.
No,
But
I didn't say it was.
so
It's
like
the characteristics.
in order for you to be a president, for one, there's one key thing that people forget about. In order for you to be a president, you gotta be a murderer. You gotta be. There's no way around it. So that's how people be talking about how he's this and all of that shit.
The
Nigga,
name the term murderer
that's
refers
exactly what
to
it
what?
is.
No,
That's
no,
what
I'm
it is.
just saying. Let's just say murderer, right?
Uh-huh.
What is that definition to you?
What did he do to you?
No, I'm saying, what is murderer to you?
If you can't, nigga. So I'm not talking about me killing one person or 2 people. No.
No, I'm saying the idea of what you said. You said
I'm talking
you have to
about,
be a
nigga,
murderer.
I'm wiping out 50
You
to
have
get
to
to
kill.
one.
You have to kill some dreams, right?
No,
Or
not
some
dreams. People.
ideologies
No, people.
to be a father.
To be a to be the president.
Oh,
I said
to be a
there's
president.
one key thing that people are forgetting
But
that
that's the
is. You have
thing.
to be a murderer.
I think you take the characteristics of being a father, which mimics being a narcissist, but
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about I'm getting to the president level. The characteristics of being a father is you have to have your ego in there. You have to understand that what I say goes because of certain
See,
um
I think you're missing the point of what I'm
I think
saying.
I am.
All right, I'm not going to say speaking on something that incriminate anybody. Have you ever been around anybody that's killed anybody?
Yes.
What empathy do you see in these niggas?
A lot. I have
Oh, you see the empathy of what they see in life. You don't see the empathy of what they see in the mission. So what I'm saying is, in order for you to be the president, you have to be able to be a killer. If
yes,
you think
I
so when people talk
yes,
about this
I
empathy
agree.
shit, so when people
I
talk
agree.
about, oh, he's not empathetic, he's not this and this nigga is numb.
But
He's
let me
numb.
tell you,
No,
bruh.
look,
Let
you
me tell
can't
you. No, no,
but
no,
look,
no.
you can't tell me this because look,
As a
you can't
father,
say
you need that
you can't say that because
on a lower level.
but
Not
listen what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm
as
saying.
people dying.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You gotta be non
But
empathetic
listen to what
to
I'm
the
saying.
to
Listen to what
the
I'm
things
saying.
that you do
Listen
that
to what I'm saying,
these
bro.
people that you're leading may not
Listen to what
like.
I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying about the empathetic shit,
Go ahead.
right? Until you've killed over 300 something people, what is empathy, bro? You lost it.
But you're not doing it. You're
He
sending
is.
people
This
to
is what
do
I'm
it.
saying. I'm
You're
talking about Trump
sending people
himself.
to do it
Don't matter.
as the
It don't matter.
president.
If I sent you to do it, I did it.
But do you think Trump, if a gun is put in his hand and have to do
No,
this shit, do you think
no,
Trump will be able to do
no,
it?
no. But what's the difference in me sending you? But
Guess
what's
what
the
a
difference?
father,
But
guess what a
listen to what I'm saying.
father,
I'm only talking about Trump. What's the difference in me pulling the trigger or me paying you to go pull the trigger? What's the difference?
the
The
same
nigga, the nigga's still dead.
the same difference of me going up and stabbing a nigga and then turning it and looking at him in the fucking face and doing a drive-by. I think niggas that do drive-bys are cowards because at the end of the day, you just can drive by and shoot a nigga. Yes, he's dead, but if you can go up and stab a nigga, that right there.
You're talking about
Nah,
one.
I'm giving you what you asked for.
You're talking
If
about one.
no, what I'm saying is
You're speaking
Trump
about one. I'm talking
one
about nigga thousands.
probably 98% because we did have some generals as presidents back in the day, 1800s and all of that shit. Now, the average motherfucking president, if you put a gun in this nigga hand and say, "All right, you kill Bin Laden, put it up to his fucking head and kill him," they ain't gonna be able to do it, bruh.
Shit, you a lie.
Obama ain't gonna be able to do it.
You a
But
lie.
if you tell a nigga, hey, we got a team out right now in front of his fucking house.
I don't believe that,
We
bro.
can do it right now. Which the word? All
I don't believe.
presidents do is push a button and say the word.
There's no change.
So
There's no difference. There's no
it
difference.
is a difference
No, there's
because
not.
when I
It's
stab
different.
you, bruh, it's
There's no
more
difference.
personal, it's more intimate.
There's no difference. If I push a button right here and it blew up your
Mentality
entire
wise,
family,
yes, Hitler didn't kill near Jew himself, but
It's a fact.
he killed, but his word killed 6 million
6 million of who?
Following the world.
of the Jews.
Well,
Now the
Right?
thing is,
allegedly.
now allegedly,
Allegedly,
all right,
right?
we're gonna say allegedly, just for sake of argument, because I don't want to get into no. Now the thing is,
No smoke.
if you told Hitler, all right, Hitler, take this gun and go kill 10 of them motherfuckers right now.
I
He
bet he
wouldn't
did
have
it.
done it.
Yes, he did do it. Yes, he did do
Check
it.
it. Check
Yes,
it.
he did do it. He
I
already
don't
did. Let me tell you, I know why he did it.
do it.
He fought in World War One. Y'all forget that?
No, he
He was
didn't.
yes, he
He
did.
didn't
He
fight,
was a
and
soldier. He's
he was a
fool.
soldier in
He was
World
a
War
soldier
One,
first.
but he was
No,
not. He ain't
he
killed
was,
nobody.
bruh. You missing it. I know, you can't tell me nothing about Hitler, nigga. I studied this nigga. I'm talking
Me
about. I
too.
studied him because he's the most
Me
brilliant mind
too.
that's
I
ever touched
read
the planet,
Mein
bro.
Kampf, which was a good fucking book.
He's the most brilliant mind that's ever touched this
Oh, he
planet.
is. And the thing is, people think that if you say that, you're calling him a good person. Nah, geniuses. We have evil geniuses out there. He was a fucking genius. I think Hitler couldn't have done a fraction of what the fuck he did without being a smart motherfucker.
Nick, do you know the reason why we have surgery today and Tylenol and why we can mend bones back together?
I don't want to be
It
on
might fuck your mind
a
up.
pro Hitler Joe, but I get what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. The thing is, bro.
Do y'all want to go Carmelo or do y'all want to go Hitler?
No,
Nah,
I go
I don't want
Camilla.
to go Hitler. we, let's go Carmelo and
let's go Carmelo, man. Last but not least on the Sice report, man, the Karmelo Anthony verdict came through. It was a crazy one. All right, the trial of Karmelo Anthony has become one of the most talked about cases in America. A confrontation between two teenagers at a track meet ended with one man dead and another man being charged with murder, sentenced to 35 years. When y'all looked at the facts that was presented, do y'all feel like it's a legitimate self-defense situation, or do y'all feel like Karmelo escalated the situation?
Yeah, I feel as though he is, based on the facts and stuff like that. It's just one of those cases where
Oh, it's on me? Shit, my bad.
chaotic stuff happen.
What state was he in?
Oh, you go ahead, bro.
No,
I
he
don't think
must
bro
not
can
hear you.
hear
It
me.
wasn't,
Yeah,
you must you can't hear him, but it was on more life.
Oh shit, my
but
bad.
like it's just one of those cases again. Like it's just a lot of stuff happening at one time, and you just can't control what's the outcome of it. But when it always comes to news and stuff, when it comes to our young black man going to jail for this and that, or even being killed, it reminds me of the Trayvon Martin case a lot. Like this could have been any of our young black folks. You know what I mean? So sadly, the trial went that way. It definitely could have been self-defense. I think I seen one video before a long time ago, but I ain't really keep up on it as of now. But yeah, sadly that the verdict went that way.
Now it's on you.
Okay, I could hear nothing he said. What state was he in?
Texas.
Oh damn, that's the wild part. So that makes sense why they said that a jury of his all peers and it was all white. That makes sense. But what a lot of people don't understand is also is that when it comes to court, they charge you with the highest crime and then you break it down to the lowest crime that they can give you or some shit like that. So when they charge him with murder one, they're charging him with it. That doesn't mean he's sentenced for it. So when a lot of people go into an uproar and they start going into a frenzy and rioting and all of that, that's because they don't understand the law. And also, I'm not saying that I'm for the law at all. I'm not saying that I'm not for everything that's going on at all. What I'm saying is that it shows itself in pure form. So, like when you see a lot of these people riding and throwing, saying, doing what they're doing off of a charge is a charge. A sentence is different. But you know that this is going to get so much notoriety that the NCAA is going to jump in it. There's going to be so much that's going to get involved with this. So at the end of the day, I'm not for what happened. So meaning like if he was walking, they jumped up on him and he defended himself. I'm 100% for that. But if it's shown that he's walking and then they came towards him and then he ran towards them or some, I don't know. It's just that there's so much going on that we don't know about. And I'm not trying to use white black because if it was black on black, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
I'm gonna have to side with Boone on this one because had a I had a podcast a couple years ago with this guy that I don't know if y'all heard about the case of this young black boy coming up to an older white man's door, and he shot him. And I told my co-host, I said, he wanted me to be the victim. Oh, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, look, bruh, I don't know the facts of the situation. Now, with this case, I think when it's anybody black, it's going to turn into the black story, where it could have just been a human story to where this white boy came up on him and he defended himself, or he went after him. And in court is so tricky, because when they give the jury these guidelines, they have to follow them. Even as a juror, and you like think whatever is whatever, it's still guidelines that you have to follow in the jury. And I think that's how the child case actually got to the point where it was a not guilty joint, which I still don't agree with from watching the footage. But court is different from what actually happened. I had to explain to my daughter the other day about circumstantial evidence, and you as the defense attorney, it is not your job to prove that your client didn't do it. It is the prosecutor's job to prove without a shadow of a doubt that your client did it. And in this case, I think what happened was the prosecution proved without a shadow of a doubt to the jury that this was not self-defense. Now, I don't know. I really have to look into it and actually look over the court case and the testimonies and all of that. The thing is, man, sometimes in court, you're not going to get what you think something is from headlines. But when you're actually in the court case, like I mentioned with the Michael Jackson verdict, these children said something about Michael Jackson. Yes, it's going to be great headlines. He molested, blah, blah, blah. But when you're actually in the court and you get to cross-examine these people, a lot of things come out that we didn't hear in this case. Now, NAACP, Al Sharpton, all of them, they're going to do it based on it just being a black boy. But in actuality, you have to actually look at the evidence and the circumstantial evidence around the case. And I don't think this case was publicized. I think it was a, private in court thing, to where we're never going to know exactly what it is until the transcripts come out and we can actually see everything that was said moment by moment, with the prosecutor presented and with the defense can't negate. It may be a case of he just had a bad fucking lawyer. That's it.
Yeah,
You
Pete.
hear me?
Yeah, I'm here, but shoot, I ain't even gonna lie. I can say this almost every time. It be fatigue like shit for me with this type of stuff. So I don't even know what to say on that one. Yeah, that's my take. It's too much for me.
Sometimes, young, you do have a bad fucking lawyer. Look, young, I wish I can go back in time and be a fucking and go to law school, because I think I'm good at talk game and debate. I wish I was a lawyer, because as a lawyer, young, like I said, you do not have to prove that your client didn't do it. What you have to do is raise reasonable doubt. And this is what I did with my daughter. I said, look, if you was accused of stealing the cookie out the cookie jar, the prosecutor is saying that you took this. But if I, as a lawyer, as your lawyer, I will bring up your sister was in the kitchen between 4 and 6, right? And I will put that's all I gotta do is put that in the jury's head of something else could have been there other than my client taking that cookie. And she was like, wow, like I ain't think about it like that. I said, yes, all I have to do is introduce other alternatives. That's all I have to do is to raise reasonable doubt. In this case, what can I do really as the defense? And especially if they got fucking video of him just stabbing the shit out of this nigga. Well,
Yeah, they could have pulled up anything.
maybe he had a mental, cause that's when they go to the mental shit. Maybe he had, a mental condition, and that's the last result, Joan. Like when you just like, damn, we got you on camera. You stabbing this nigga.
I could see it now. And they probably was like, yeah, buddy was smoking weed beforehand. He probably talked to his friends, though. He probably already knew the situation was going to happen.
Yep.
That could have been still the case, but the way laws go down there, luckily it wasn't a gun. He stabbed him.
It's never what happened in court. It's what you can prove as a prosecutor happened without a shadow of a doubt. Now, if I'm a jury and I feel, like, wow, like, yeah, this black boy, he had to defend himself. But I hear the evidence, and then they tell me that you can't have a not guilty verdict based on this. Even if I feel that the nigga was innocent in my heart morally, the evidence, I'm gonna have to say not guilty.
Can I tell the panel something? Can we act like we've never seen, act like we haven't seen this already? Like we know what's about to happen next. I guarantee you, next they're gonna come up with all these Instagram and TikTok pictures of him holding guns or holding money, or I'm telling you, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna paint the picture of him being a criminal. That's what's gonna happen next. And then they're gonna show all of these prideful pictures of the white boy with his family and some kind of golden retriever running through the meadow. I'm telling you, bro, this is what's gonna happen.
But let me ask you, Boom, is it a racial case, or did America make it a racial case?
America, there was no such thing as black and white until America came over here with slaves. That's just for one, right? So two, earlier when you talked about Hitler, there was one major thing that Hitler talked about. Who is controlling the media?
Well, if we think about it, and we're back on Hitler, but if we think about it, Germans created the idea of what the depiction of Jews were in the newspapers. And
no, he didn't.
Yeah, no, they did. They did.
Not Hitler. No, not Hitler.
No,
Hitler proved that he was black.
It's called propaganda.
No, Hitler showed that Jesus was black. Hitler showed everything was black. It's even in the vote that Vladimir Putin got.
Hitler didn't like niggas.
Yes, he did. Gary Owen? Who was Gary Owen?
Hold on, y'all. Next time, man, on the Sice Room, man, we're gonna talk about a whole lot of more great topics, man. Come and rock with us each and every Tuesday, man. These guys.